Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 2, the Inevitable Beach episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Khan, the bloody Rizzolo.
Always great to be here, hurriedly finishing something that you might get to see.
Oh, Shane as Umbromancer Zavid.
I have to be very quiet because my baby is sleeping behind me. But I'm here.
Hooray. And Elliot as Reese Guiltleaf, the Heart Seeker.
Everybody was surfing through my USA.
And please welcome back an OG to the Bard's Playhouse, Ash as Queen Danny Arion.
Hi guys, great to be back.
As always, I'm Lumby Bronzarm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra returned home victorious from the deserts of Osirion. Upon the decks of the Windseeker, our heroes landed outside the small hamlet of Etrin's Folly, where our adventure first began. Wanting to stretch their legs, Reese took Adelina and Sarah for a walk about town. Their first stop was the Feed Mill, a local tavern frequented by the locals. However, they found the place oddly empty, save for the elder owner Amora. She had mentioned some commotion on the outskirts of town, but didn't rightly know what was going on. Across town, Khan was excited to get home to her laboratory within Shadow Valley. Normally, the Bold Ones, a group of Sarenrae-worshipping kobolds, are bustling about the fortress, but not on this day. Empty room after empty room lie within. Growing more nervous by the moment, Khan found a letter in her lab. Reading it, her heart sank. Noala, Khan's elvish girlfriend, had been drafted back to the Kionine army as an archer. Not able to tell her goodbye, Khan could only sit and wait for what was to come. Having an instinct for when trouble was brewing, Zavid's first thought was to check on the Plague Stone. This old rock sits on the outskirts of Etrin's Folly, a relic of a bygone plague. Within the stone sat a virulent disease, placed there by the vile alchemist Vilry in an attempt to destroy the town. Though Vilry was dispatched ages ago, the Viridian vapor remained, slowly eating away at its stone prison. Seeing a gathering crowd, Zavid quickly called out to see what was happening. The kobold Fork, now the sheriff of Veteran's Folly, was thrilled to see his companions once more and waved them over. It quickly became clear that the Viridian vapor was slowly dripping from the Plague Stone and would need to be dealt with immediately, lest the town succumb to the death within. As Khan whipped up an inoculation to the disease, Reese managed to convince most of the townsfolk to the efficacies of the vaccine. Most took it without question, but one lone hunter refused on religious grounds. However, it was realized that the man's life was ultimately worth sparing, so the shot was administered as quickly and stealthily as possible. During the hubbub, Zavid focused his shadow magic to not only the Plague Stone itself, but also to the living entities within. Shifting the entire stone, disease and all, to the plane of the abyss, the town is safe once more. No more will the sword of Damocles hang over the city of Etrin's Folly. That's where we're coming in today. However, we are in the infinite floating void within the giant hero card mat of Baba Yaga, the fortune teller, and all four of you appear in front of the witch. Shane, Eldritch, Elliot, and Ash. Before you, you see the massive visage of Baba Yaga, her raven locks floating in the air, her flowered dress looming on the horizon. She looks down to all of you and says, "Welcome back, players. Seems we have a new and old face today."
Mhm.
"Welcome, Ash. Your friends can at least tell you a little better about where you are. All of you, come forward." And if you look at the bottom of your screen there are four little squares, little icon tokens. Ash, yours is on the very far left. You should be able to move it around if you click it and grab it and move it. But not necessary, just a fun little thing. I think you're muted, Ash.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, there you are. Perfect. All right, but yes, come forward. I believe it is Elliot's turn to pick today. What fortunes await?
Oh, all the best fortunes, Baba Yaga. Actually, because it is a special occasion that Ash is here, I'm gonna give this off to Ash to let her choose because there's a lot of characters here that are early stuff, like Smash stuff, and the Arch whatever. Yeah, him. There's some ones that, like, I legitimately don't know, so I think it'd be nice for Danny to get a chance. Or,
How
Ash.
selfless. How selfless
Aw.
of you. Very well. Come forward, Ash.
Okay. All right. All right, we're gonna do this.
I
And
know
I-
that you in particular are familiar with tarot.
I am indeed.
So, which card would you like to pick today?
And I get to pick any one from this thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to pick Archibald.
Ooh, an old villain, eh? Archibus Baldebard, Grand Vizier to King Jonathan Arion of Druma. Yes, crowd. I don't want to say favorite, but everyone loves to hate. Baba Yaga reaches down her massive hand, and she flips the card over. And standing there, Shane, Elliot, Eldridge, the three of you are expecting to see Archibus Baldebard, which you do. He stands before you in the flesh, the man himself, with green skin, disgusting greasy purple hair, but he's not wearing the royal robes of before. And standing next to him is a massive candle reaper demon. Archibus is chained and manacled, bound and gagged, held by this demon at bay. The demon looks first to Baba Yaga and says, "Overlady, it is truly an honor to be in your presence. My master bids you thanks." Then he looks to all of you and says, "I have brought you a gift. My master has brought you a gift. You read." And he magically poofs away the gag upon Archibus's mouth, and Archibus looks, I was told that perhaps I could be granted clemency if I showed a bit of sorrow. I was told to read this." And Archibus pulls, a scroll is held in front of him.
Can
Because
you
his hands
pull up the Baba Yaga again?
Yes, one moment. There you go.
Fantasy grants out a conniption. That's good.
Oh, not a problem. Yeah, it happens all the time. Yes, so the candle demon holds this scroll in front of Archibus and says, "Read." And Archibus begins to read. "In life, I was shrill." Oops, I hit the wrong button. That's my bad. "In life, I was shrill. I lied and I sinned. The king became ill. I stood and I grinned. 'Twas power I sought. Contracts can't rescind. The fine print was fraught. To hell I've been pinned. I stand now in fear. My mind a whirlwind. My fate is unclear, which leaves me chagrined." The demon looks to you and holds the scroll forward, and in front of you this scroll says, "Eternal punishments for Archibus Baldebard, below which lie 4 empty lines and the ever-burning seal of Asmodeus, King of Hell. Each of you has been granted the opportunity to pick this one's punishment."
Sorry.
So wait a minute. The real Archibus is standing before us, and we have the opportunity to weigh in on how he should be judged.
"My king is giving this boon freely. No deal is struck. As
But is
per
it-
the Overlady's wishes." And he once again turns to Baba Yaga and bows deeply to her.
All right. I look to the rest of you and I say, "Wait, I'm me. I don't have to be Zavid. Sorry, I'm in character
It's
all the
confusing.
time. You know me.
Yeah, she really commits.
Yeah, listen,
What
I
is it, Ash?
sometimes I'll call people on Discord and just be Zavid, and then, Elle's like, "You could just be you, Shane." I'm like, "No."
Can I kick him in the ass just once?
Of course. and the demon just flips him, pulls the chain, and Archibus is turned around.
Just like one nice, good kick to the middle of the ass, just as hard as I can.
Yeah, you get a good running leap right.
Do you
right
want
into the thick part of the
Do you want a
bones.
nice boot for it? Like
Yes.
Steel toe
like
boots.
if you're gonna do a kick, you got to go all the way. Get like a steel-toed construction boot is a great one.
Ooh.
And
Ooh,
try
yeah.
to get either. So I think, all right. Sorry, I don't mean to chime in on your kick here, but I've kicked people in the balls quite a few times in my life, and I've got like some good tips. Either if you're going for the ass, scoop under, steel toe towards the balls like a punching bag.
Yeah.
That'll really hurt. Or if you want to ride it back a little bit, hit him in the coccyx, the butt bone, break that butt bone. He can't sit down after that one.
Oh, yeah. Everything he just said, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you give him a quick kick to the keister, and you feel a crack in your toes. Well, I suppose I at least deserve that.
That's what you get.
That's what he sounds like when he gets kicked in the ass.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. That felt nice. So what do we get to do to him?
You get to pick his eternal punishments in hell.
Eternal punishment.
Like,
So do we-
I will give you one example for free from Little Nicky. In the movie,
Yes, I was thinking about
in
that.
the movie Little Nicky.
We know that one.
Yeah, the pineapple. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so-
I swear I was
See,
thinking about
I
that.
have something very similar in mind. Funny enough. Instead of a pineapple, it's a Carolina Reaper.
Quite amusing. And
Let me-
it
can
looks
I-
to you and it holds the scroll in front of you and says, "Is this your choice?"
Before we lock in anything, can we, Candle Demon, sir, could we get a list of his crimes by judgment of the divine? Like, what is he in hell for? Besides selling himself to the devil, which is like kind of obvious.
And making Danny's
It
life
pulls
miserable.
a scroll that just flop, 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 rolls out to the ground.
Oh my
Starts with soft coup d'état, corruption, stealing welfare from the civilians, falsifying war casus belli, and my lord does not appreciate this one. Lying on contracts with devils. And then continues to list more and more things that aren't necessarily like violent crimes, but there's just a laundry list of crimes.
I'm just-
baby ones.
He's not a monster, he's just a scumbag to the max.
Yeah, as this is being listed, I just look at him and like wait for him to like make eye contact, and I'm like, you fucked up. Like, if it was a small list, we could give you something that wasn't like the worst thing, but this is a lot to work with, man. This is not going to be easy on you.
And as you're looking through, you do see kidnapping Princess Daniela Arion.
Pretty bad.
That was another big one.
I guess I'll could turn to you guys. Say like, all right, I think it should be poetic. Whatever we have him do, like, I think that the kick to the nuts, that's just for you. But I feel like for eternal punishment, like, it needs to reflect what he's done, and he's done a lot. A lot of it seems to be greed related, lying, stealing, basically just whatever helps him and his ambitions for power. I think.
Have you ever watched? It's an anime, and it was Dante's Inferno.
Mm-mm.
It was one of the 7 layers of hell, and it was greed, and it's constantly like gold, and it's hot gold, and people are just it's just like burning alive in it for eternity.
That's good. That's a good one. What do you think about that, Archibald? All the butt?
And as soon as he starts to speak, the candle demon waves his hand and he gets gagged again.
That's what you get.
He's made his appeal.
Okay. So I just want to say can we combine the Carolina Reaper up the butt every day with the kick to the balls Can we combine those
They
two?
kick the Reaper in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh my god, wait a second, Candle Demon.
Yes.
Guys, I have a brilliant idea. So, I imagine Hell has no shortage of bored devils who might need a little bit of entertainment every now and again, right?
Of course.
Well, there's a movie, it's a little dated. It's called Idiocracy, and one of the star shows in Idiocracy is Ow My Balls. And all it is one guy getting constantly kicked, hit, and injured in the balls in a very comedic way. Now, you just heard what it sounded like when he got kicked. Is that not hilarious?
And the demon waves his hand again, and you hear it echo through the abyss.
The potential for a show that would placate the devils. I mean, devils are kind of hard to satisfy. This would put them in good moods. It would boost morale in Hell. I think you could create a studio in the city of Dis or something, and like just he would be the star. And every day he would broadcast this out to the rest of the layers of Hell, and everyone would see essentially what you just witnessed. And we spice it up literally every now and again with a Carolina Reaper up the butt, or a pineapple up the butt, or just something a little bit different every day to just kind of mix it up, give it a little bit of pizzazz.
Like girl with the dragon tattoo when she got her revenge.
And of course, and the best thing, of course, would he'd be cursed very much like Sisyphus, or Prometheus rather, where he'd heal up every day. No scars, fresh powdered balls and butt ready to be absolutely destroyed for the amusement of all in Hell.
Maybe just like dunk them also in some like boiling gold as well.
Yeah, there's options.
I mean, yeah, because you could have an announcer demon or devil, excuse me, my bad, an announcer devil who then essentially just kind of gives a little story, like one of his crimes, like every episode, one of his crimes. So today we're going to, and then just have him.
We shall take him dip in boiling gold to make a commemorative trophy for each episode.
Yes.
End every day, he immortalize it. Oh, that's great, actually.
And then then they have like a award show at the end of Hell, and they're called the baddies, and they're just the statues of him that they give out as prize.
I also just like to state this has never been a family-friendly show, by the way.
It never has been, no.
And I don't look at him the whole time. I'm looking at the Candle Demon.
Floor.
I'm excited about the opportunity to create this wonderful show for those in Hell, because with someone with this much material, I mean, it's just like
endless.
This is just
hundreds of episodes.
Oh yeah, and so like, you might get a murderer, a pickpocket, or somebody who just like killed somebody. They go to Hell. They think what they got is bad. They'll be thankful. They'll be thanking you for the punishment you're giving them, because they're gonna see this guy be like, well, at least I'm not Ow My Balls guy.
True.
And I think that is a wonderful place to write these down. And the demon pulls out a piece of flame on the end of its finger and scribbles down the punishment all of you have deliciously come up with, writes it on the parchment. Then it burns up in his hands, and he says, "It shall be done." And the demon says, or the devil looks to Archibus and says, "Let us go. Day one." And they are engulfed in flame, and what is left is a hologram transparent of Archibus Baldbard.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Can we visit him when we see Asmodeus?
Yes, probably, actually.
Let's watch the Hell show today.
Oh, what episode are we on?
Amazing. So Baba Yaga looks down to all of you and says, "Well, the card has been chosen. Ta for now." And you can close out of all of that now if you'd like. Where did I place everyone?
Good question.
That is a great question. Come on. Oh, that's right. They're all in... Okay, that's why. I put everyone in Zavid's basement. It's not where
Makes
everyone usually is. That's why I couldn't find anyone on the Shadow Valley map.
This is my gaming setup.
This is my gaming pad. Right,
gaming
I've got 6 monitors, surround sound, gaming chair.
The
and
ghoul
then
is holding one of the monitors at just the right angle.
Mm-hmm.
There
The
we
chair has like an
He's
attached,
also
like a
doing-
toilet too. Like
I don't even need to get up.
What would be like?
No.
You miserable wretch!
What would be the
Okay.
Shadow Valley version of like Twitch? Like he's streaming his own like, I don't know, game or something.
Oh,
Into
he would
the
be.
ether.
Oh, that
I
would be what
mean-
he'd call it.
what would any of us as our characters stream? I guess.
Oh, you know it would be like Zavid doing mukbang, eating like meats.
Oh my god.
But not
he would.
understanding
It'd be
the sexual
so
part of it.
disgusting. Yeah.
I am Shane is disgusted by mukbangs. I think they're disgusting.
Yeah.
Like I'm not bothered by people making noise or even being a little bit sloppy when they eat, as long as they're like, wiping their face or whatever, not spraying it around. I have seen just a couple clips of mukbangs that are just the most vile things on the internet, worse than stuff that's actually bad in my opinion. And I think if Zavid heard that, oh, lots of people watch these, he'd be like, I'm pretty good at that, and he would definitely do it for sure. He wouldn't understand at all why people like it, but he'd be like, I'm really good at eating these.
Like you just see a giant like I don't know, ox or something, just like a big leg of meat.
Oh yeah,
and
he'd
just
rip
like
into like yeah.
like a giant deer or something. And like today we caught a deer.
Khan, I think, would just prank people. I feel
Oh
like.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Con would prank people.
You'd run a prank channel or something.
I know what
Reese would be testing hair products.
testing hair products, and in between that, he also does IRL streams where he shoots arrows shirtless because
Yeah.
male nipples are acceptable.
True.
He's an influencer.
He's definitely an influencer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not just streaming. He's an Instagram model. He's all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Con would definitely be sponsored by G Fuel.
Yes.
Yeah. Very true, very true.
Khan's
And I
like,
thought
hey,
I
today
made
we're going to be
actual
giving
poison."
people free bottles of wine to drunkards, but actually it's alchemist fire. And then like just
This is where
good
this is
lord.
where her her dreams for fame. This is what leads her astray, not the murder part. Having a
It's-
prank channel.
Yes.
absolutely.
It's very funny.
And
Guys,
then
this is sad piano music with some like rain right now, and we're talking about the funniest freaking things because I'm thinking chill, bathroom, gloomy.
That's perfect.
I feel like
fun.
Danny would do like MSM or MIR, whatever it's called.
ASMR.
ASMR.
Yeah. I feel like she would be doing that.
Definitely. Yeah, Danny would definitely have the long nails. But Zavid, you
God.
wake up in the morning, and I'd forgotten to mention last time that there is a large crate for you at Shadow Valley. You actually we didn't RP you coming back here. So it's in the circular room, just to your south there. Oh, good morning, Zavid. You see Liliana outside of your room. She's just cleaning up in this room.
Good morning. I hope that your first day of atonement has done well for you.
I assisted the kobolds with reaching objects on the high shelf. They seemed appreciative, not needing to use their ladder.
I think it might be good practice to, at the end of each day, make a list of the things that you did for others. I think you will feel better looking back on the list as it grows and grows, and you see all the good that you've done written down like that.
Thank you.
Just an idea.
Do that, yes.
And I'll kind of leave her to it since she doesn't have to eat or sleep or really do anything.
Yes.
And I walk in here and I'm like,
There it is.
There is
A
a large
large
crate
wooden
in here.
A large wooden crate with a sticker on it that has Zavid, Shadow Valley, Etrin's Folly, or whatever the
Detect
content
magic. Detect magic.
is. No magic at all.
No magic at all, huh? I summon Wisp.
Hi there.
The
see
little
that
big
crate?
spider.
Yeah, wood.
Yep. Can you phase through it? Tell me what's inside.
And it kind of just sticks its head through.
Look like cheese. Big wheels.
I don't even leave. I hear the word cheese. I rip open the top of this thing.
A lovely sampler shipped all the way from Absalom. It contains a serving tray, a cheese knife, as well as a wheel each of goat cheddar, which is... Oh, I have a picture. Oh, wait, I even did it on the... Where is it? Cheese...
Oh my god.
Boop, on the, on the main map. I even made it there, but there it is. It comes with a serving tray, a cheese knife, and a wheel each of goat cheddar, which is the orange, a hearty, sturdy mix of cheddar and Edam from Bree's own goats, a sage derby, which is the green, a fully nosed green cheese, dry and crumbly, not for novices, and a Saxelby Wensleydale, which is the yellow, a smooth pasty cheese with coarse blue veins running vertically through it, pairs perfectly with red wine. And Saxelby Wensleydale is actually the name of real cheese. I didn't make that up.
Oh my god.
Saxelby Wensleydale?
Saxelby Wensleydale. Isn't it the best
Oh my
thing you've ever
God.
heard?
I thought you made that up. I was like, of course
I
you'd
did
make
not.
up some.
No.
You took like a gnome character that you played, another
That
gnome
should be a
somewhere.
gnome character.
I did not make that up. That's a real cheese. Saxelby Wensleydale.
Saxelby Wensleydale. Dang.
I think it's two different types of cheese, but still. Yeah, I dropped that in your inventory. It's just 3 of the nicest cheeses that Brie had.
Zavid is moved to emotion. He's crying, openly weeping in silence as he's like hugging the box. Like,
Reese,
I
at
can't
this
believe
point,
it's real.
You come downstairs, bleary-eyed.
What are you crying about, Zavid?
I just look at him and my lower lip puckers. I'm like, it's cheese.
You've had cheese before. I got you cheese yesterday.
It's better than that. This is from Absalom.
It's from, what was that store called? What was that?
The cheese, or Love is in the Gruyere.
God damn it.
Love is in the Gruyere.
Yeah.
I very with a gentleness you've not seen from Zavid in for like anything other than the most delicate like magical like operations like stitching the golem and stuff, like with the most delicate hand he gingerly picks up each of these wheels and stacks them on top, and he kind of cradles them. He almost hugs them like a child. He says,
I will be back later.
What are you doing with the cheese, Zavid?
"You don't. I'm going to eat it. Don't get
Do
whatever
any of the
idea out of
cheese-
your head."
Look, if the cheese has holes, I'm only a little concerned.
I don't listen. I'd be concerned you do something like that. You crazy man. I eat.
No,
I
don't
eat
like
cheese.
this cheese. Thank you.
You're ruining this. You're ruining my moment.
Good.
I leave it a huff. I put it in my well, I don't know if you're supposed to actually refrigerate them. I'm reading instructions to make sure I keep them properly.
They're in
Any
there.
that need
It
okay,
can't-
yeah.
You have to put it in a humidor like a cigar.
Okay.
I'm making that up.
I don't know. I store them properly and I sample each one, and then periodically as you guys are role playing, you're just gonna hear maybe like, "Oh, sweet ambrosia from the gods."
They're all spectacular. The green one is the stinkiest cheese you've ever had. But speaking of ruining moments, I need Zavid and Colin to roll me will saves because it's a
You
new day.
got it.
DC is
Oh, yes.
35? 35.
Oh, will save. That's right.
Big money, no whammies, big
Ash,
money,
you
no
don't know
whammies.
about this yet. Because of some of the
No.
planets that... Ooh, that was a bad
Oh,
one.
Con.
That's not a critical failure there, Con.
Not a
It was
critical
close.
failure.
But Ash, because
I
of
kind of
several
want to hero
planets...
point it so that
Go
Con's
ahead.
not insufferable for the beach episode.
Go ahead. But Ash, because of certain planets coming into alignments, there are negative effects on specific types of casters. Currently, it's only arcane and divine casters, so Danny doesn't need
Take
to-
my hero point.
Okay.
Thank
Oh
you.
no.
Oh, big money, no whammies, big money, no
The
whammies.
thing Con is...
There we go.
There it is. The thing
Woo.
Con was just rolling against was essentially magic ADHD. When she fails the roll, it's essentially like forgetting her meds. Zavid, the one he
Oh.
was rolling against, is essentially just magical religious bigotry. It makes it so that it's really difficult for him to work with people of other religions. But both of you
no.
succeed, not critically, but the difference doesn't matter on those rolls. So you're both good for the day. Con, is there anything specific you want to do in Shadow Valley before you go out?
I guess just from the basement you can hear like a bunch of cartoon construction noises as Con is working on prototypes. That's about it.
That's right. You were starting to work on. Yeah, give me a crafting publicly, with a +2 because of your book, to work on like kind of the cage for that sphere of dilithium, that power source you got. That is more. I was thinking 35. That is a critical success on a standard crafting check. So, you were able to, at least in the couple of days you've been here in Shadow Valley, make a rudimentary cage for that sphere that'll hold it in place and allow you to be able to get some kind of power out of it. At the moment, it's not going to be very useful on its own, but that was a critical success. So you managed to get a good chunk of the fuel cage done in the time you're here.
Yeah, Con hasn't like affixed any form of locomotion to the thing yet. I think she just made another anagram maker and is powering it with the sphere.
It makes them way faster than it made them the other day. It's just cranking out anagrams at light speed. The one you made yesterday took a couple of minutes because kind of had to figure it out, but this one is just, you're overclocking it essentially. But yeah, it seems to be working. You're getting power out of this thing.
Fantastic.
Created the anagram chat GPT.
No, Con is not making chat GPT. I won't allow it.
Never. Okay, so I think we've gotten through the majority of the stuff we were going to do here at Shadow Valley, so it's back to Druma, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Before heading out to the north. So you get together with the Windseekers, Adelina, Reese's sister, Gunnar's son, Anyanka Jenkins, along with Bix, your traveling companion, and Saranulia, Danny's sister. Gotta bring everyone to Druma. One thing I might mention that y'all might have forgotten out of character, that Zavid wouldn't have forgotten, is you have a simulacrum of Saranulia back at Druma, and you didn't tell anyone about it, so you're now about to bring the real one there. Might want to warn somebody.
It was a prank.
I ain't gonna warn anybody.
It was a prank for my channel, you see.
I'll check in with them, to see how they're doing.
Yeah, so you can, with like Lord Maris or someone.
No, with Saratulia, with my mental connection.
Yeah, that's right. You don't even need to cast a spell. Oh, hey there, Zavid. What's up?
We are going to be headed to Druma starting today. I don't know. Are we getting there instantly, or are we actually traveling, like...
You're going to be taking the Windseeker, the airship, because they need to go to the north anyway, because that's where Adelina's from, that's where Gunnar's from, so they're going that way anyway. So,
I'll tell Sertulia, we are going to be taking the Windseeker to fly up to Druma starting today. I don't know if it'll arrive same day, it may take us overnight, but we'll be there soon. You can tell the staff that to expect us, essentially.
All right, I'll let Maris and all the guards know, Captain Glove and all them.
And then that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, great. See you soon. And then
Bye.
your mental connection dissipates.
Yeah.
So, in the interest of time, since we don't know how long or how often we will have our ash for, I'm just going to skip to you guys getting to Druma. You have an airship. You're in friendly territory. There's not really any reason for me to attack you other than to kill time.
I think the only thing I'd want to roleplay is just telling Saranulia, like, we want you to go in disguise. By the way, did they make their save? How cooperative are they with me here today?
That's a great question. I didn't
I wanna actually, like...
Yep.
Work together with them today.
Saranulia Arion. Sarah Landscar will save. 37. Got it.
Okay.
No, Sarah's gonna.
So, how are you feeling?
Pretty good, you know. I slept all right, and I woke up with the sun, and it wasn't all blinding like it is down in Assyrian. So, you know, it's a new day. Things are going well. Oh, it's a good day and a day, and Gunnar comes in between the two of you, putting his arms around her. Oh, how's it going there, Sophie? Then the Sarah.
I'm thinking, like, I don't think the Triaxis will ever affect him. I don't think he'll ever be affected by Triaxis.
He has literally saved every single time.
There's also, like, a part of Zvi that he just, like, pushes away, that he thinks maybe Gunnar has, like, an immunity to the effects of, and I'm like, should I study that? I'm like, no, it's probably just a coincidence. There's no way this guy has like immunity to that. Who would have immunity? And like, but there's that little voice in the back of his mind, like, if I could just like Khan and I like get him alone for just a bit and like run some tests. But I tell Sarah Nulia, I say, so I didn't tell everyone in Thruma that you are not there. Because of the simulacrum, it is known or believed that you are there. So any would-be assassins, cultists trying to get your blood, who have heard of you, by the way, that's what's secret, but any spies that might be within the castle will think that you are there. And that means you still need to be in disguise. So, have you ever read a book called Star Battles?
I think I heard about that Bard's Tale once.
It's a pretty, I mean, so it's like original 3 trilogy, but then the author wanted to make a prequel trilogy and it wasn't as good. But there was a cool idea in the first book. Yes, in the Ghost Menace, there is the there is a princess, or I guess a queen, and she travels with her attendants. But the big twist is that the queen is not the queen. It's always a body double, and one of the attendants is the real queen.
Oh, I understand.
So I think you need to disguise yourself as an attendant to the simulacrum. That way you can always be able to tell the simulacrum what they need to be saying and what they need to be doing, but those around will think that is the real Serenulia and not you.
That's a really good idea. And Bix actually walks up to you. And, you know, I am actually quite familiar with the War in the Stars tale that you mentioned. And in fact, I believe I can help with this. I can cast humanoid form on Serenulia to give her a different form. Since Bix is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, that's actually great. Is that a permanent spell, or is that just like you have to cast it every day?
A couple hours, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, I guess I'll ask Bix. By the way, anyone who wants to be here for the scene can just be here. This isn't just like us privately. Are you going, what are your plans after this? Are you staying in Thruma with Serenulia?
I think the best course of action is for me to stay near Lux Et Umbra until the conjunction is complete. I won't be much help to you out in the desert of Assyrian.
I think you'd be much better help protecting our assets in Thruma, if you don't mind me saying. We can't be there to protect them, and if something were to happen, having you around would be a great assurance.
Happily, I can stay here, of course.
What I'm thinking, since you have that spell, you could work together with her, using that to disguise her. I will inform my simulacrum, obviously, that you are in on this, and you would essentially be there as a, you could claim yourself to be the original chosen of Cassandali, and or former chosen, however you want to go about it. But your purpose there is for consultation, but also to be bodyguard to the simulacrum, who we are pretending is Serenulia. Whereas Serenulia, you will take on a new identity, new name, everything, and you're going to need to build it up. We have a journey of a whole day. Work together with Anyanka and Gunnar and come up with something, and Adelina, and come up with something good that you could disguise yourself as, so that you know when they were born, you know where they were from, you know the
the festivals that were at your hometown. You know not only your parents' names, but you remember when your father used to, you need to get deep. Method act. Can you do this?
I think I can. I was in the Druman youth acting troupe when I was a kid. I can remember a couple of things. Oh, Yorick, I hardly knew ye. I'm gonna make a roll performance check.
Sure. Didn't somebody we know have like the actor feat or something? Was that Adelina or was that
Oh, I don't remember.
Cernulia? I don't think. Maybe Cernulia is because they're a paladin, but
Let's see. Performance? Ooh, it's bad. This is gonna be bad. Oh, actually, I rolled really high. 19.
Ah,
Nice.
I mean, for Pathfinder, a 19 at this level, a 19 is really bad, but I rolled a nat 15, so not horrible.
I think Cernulia had a high. Some stat was high. Diplomacy, maybe. I forgot what it was.
Intimidation for Sarah.
Intimidation.
She's scary as hell.
Maybe it would be better if you were the bodyguard.
Yeah, I think I could do that.
You could just be quiet and stoic. You wouldn't have to say much of anything.
Yeah. And she kind of gives you like a stare, and it's much. I'll roll an intimidation. Compare it to her 19.
I'll look at
performance.
that. No matter what it is, I'll be like, Bix, do your humanoid form. Make her like a half orc or some scary like buff,
Okay,
like a foot
okay.
taller or something.
So on the performance, I rolled a natural 15 for a total of 19. On this intimidation, I rolled a natural 2 for a total of 30. So her just going is way scarier than her trying to be like happy-go-lucky
Good. Good.
I'm like, all right, we've got it. This is it. Now you still should come up with a story like that you can stick to, but you don't have to talk that much. You just be
Mysterious and don't say
Yes.
much. Dark and mysterious. It attracts people, and 2, kind of works for you.
and I guess for the humanoid form, the race, I take your pick. I guess whatever Bix can disguise you as, whatever you always wanted to be. That's like kind of intimidating.
You know what? Just make me one of the Malenki. Make me a halfling. I can be a buff halfling, buff scary halfling. Very well.
That is interesting.
I'm capable of this, if that is your choice. And you're having this conversation on the back of the Windseeker as Ruma is approaching in the distance, and
Yeah.
Bix does his magic, and Sarah begins to shrink, and her hair goes into a bit of a top, like a beehive. That's what I'm talking about. And
Oh my
she's
god.
a really muscular, tiny halfling who has a sword at her hip and a gun on her wrist, and she looks up to you and says,
My wrist rocket is even the right size. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Give me that look again.
and now I'm going to roll a new intimidation because she's different. And literally, unless she rolls a natural 1, it's going to be even better. Oh, so close to a 20. It was a natural 14, but for a 42, but it was right on a 20. So it's 12 higher than it was a moment ago. And she gives you this look, this steely look that it really takes you aback for a second, especially
Because
coming from
the
half.
intensity is concentrated in her new
Yes. There you go.
It's denser,
concentrated.
yeah.
Denser.
I think Zavid's surprised. He's just like looking. He kind of looks at I guess recent con if you're here, just like I didn't think that'd be scary, but I'm actually
Honestly,
more scared of that.
The shorter ones scare me. You see how I go for tall people? They don't intimidate me. They're giant, gentle
They're
giants.
softies. They're almost all softies, yeah. And then you get like Scrap Apple and like these little demons that. Yeah, no, you're right. Okay,
Yeah,
This is
I
it.
got this.
this is it. And you know halfling culture because you grew up with halflings, so you know exactly this role. You were made for this role. This
I
is
got
perfect.
this. Yeah.
And I looked at Bix. I'm like, and you watch over her.
Of course, I will do my best. I can
All right.
prepare this spell as many times as needed to keep up the ruse.
The only people that know about this are those here on the Windseeker, and well, really, that's it. Actually, just those here on the Windseeker and the Simulacrum and the other halflings. It is clear the other halflings would never, ever, ever sell you out. But when you see them again, you have to pretend that you are not Sarah Nulia. You cannot know their names. You cannot know who they are. You can speak halfling, right?
I can.
Speak halfling. You are a new halfling.
And if they ask where is, well, you know who, you just say, oh, she's with Lux Et Umbra. Just say that she's with us. That way, if there are any spies with some sort of mind-reading magic and they read their minds, they might find out that the simulacrum is fake, but they will not know that you are not you. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I can handle that.
All right. We need to keep this ruse up as long as we can. Otherwise, if they get your blood, also don't bleed. Try not to bleed.
Yeah, I'll try not to get into too many scraps.
Yeah. If you want to, well, I'll leave it to you. You know how to fight better than I ever would, so good luck.
Thanks, I think we'll need it.
So you're having this conversation. The Windseeker is finally coming into the town.
Load the cannons!
Full broadside!
The tower, we just destroy the tower. Danny's just like hanging out there like, what the hell?
With your 50 guns or however many.
Yeah, right.
That ship is... Ash, if you didn't know, they have an airship now.
Of course they do.
Yeah, Reese's sister was an airship pirate captain.
Love that.
You pull into the city of Druma. It is very nice to be home. They have finally cleaned up all of the flowers that Dirge and the other druids dropped parachute style from the sky. So it looks finally like a city again. The people knew you were coming. They need to expect you. Maris had some guards waiting at the airship dock. And so you're able to get off of the ship and wind your way through the labyrinthine castle.
I'd like to just do something real quick. Am I leaving Grandma behind?
Not at the moment. You'll be there. I'll be bringing you in the next 2 minutes, probably. Yeah. But did that map load up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you've gone through the labyrinth that is Castle Druma, making your way to the central chamber, the throne room, where Sayora Maris is usually there to greet you. You can hear the sound of metal hammering out in the smithy, a sure sign that Bruce and his mother Magdalene are probably hard at work. So, where do the three of you go?
Also, fun fact. What you're trying to say is it's actually pronounced, I just looked it up because I didn't know either. It's labyrinthine.
Labyrinthine?
Yeah, like labyrinthine is what Google's telling me.
Okay.
And again, that's American. What's British? British is
Yeah, I always thought
labyrinthine. Ooh.
Yeah, I always thought it was labyrinthine or labyrinthine.
Labyrinthine is better.
I like labyrinthine. There we go. Yeah, I can do all five. Great. So the Windseekers and Bix and Sarah as the halfling, who
I decided on a name. I'm as long as I'm in this form, I'm gonna be going by Marigold Shortbridge.
Aw, that's very sweet.
That's cute.
Well, thanks. I think it'll take people off guard. Yeah.
Absolutely. They
Very good, the halfling name.
Yeah.
so yeah, they're all just following you into said throne room.
Okay.
And Khan's up at the lead.
I could just enter. I mean, they know we're coming.
That they do. As you are passing by, you do definitely see Bruce and his mother. Bruce is at an anvil, and give me perception checks, the three of you in the tower.
Ooh, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see with my rat eyes?
Perception.
Boy, y'all suck at this. Zavid, throw a perception in the tower, please.
Khan
Both
is trying to figure out something funny to say. She's not paying attention.
You could have baby.
Hello,
Look at the baby.
A burger.
Oh, he didn't have his headphones on, that's why. Hey, Shane, could you throw a perception check at the tower, please? They both suck.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's see, in the tower. Sorry.
That's better. Okay, as you're walking in, you're hearing the clanging of metal, and you pass by the smithy, and you notice, Zavid, that Bruce is wearing a crown. Or at the very least, a like a large silver leaf leaf type headband with a big blue gem in the center.
Oh, very cool. I like walk up, kind of poke my head in and say hi to the smithies in here.
Hello, hello.
Oh, hey, it's Zavid. It's great to see you. Welcome back.
That great to see you too. What is that on your head? What are you wearing?
Oh, this, yeah. My mum made it for me after. Oh, did she not tell you? Denny and I eloped.
Oh,
I'm Prince Trimmer now.
congratulations. Prince, wait, no, aren't you king?
Nah. She's queen. Works a little bit different here. I'd only become
Oh.
king if she dies with no kids.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well,
I'm happy.
Congratulations.
On your newfound
Thank
political
you.
power.
Oh,
That's
I'm trying not to,
Oh, and
abuse
also
it too
love.
much. Oh yeah, we kind of naturals together. It was love at first sight back at that Pride Fest.
Oh, that was such a lovely time. I wasn't there for the episode, but I know what happened.
That's true, you weren't.
That's right.
I didn't exist at that point either.
That's true.
But yeah, it's great to see you. I heard we got a message from her just a few minutes ago that said she'll be back any time. Her and the grandmother are done on whatever mission it is they've been going.
Should we scale them?
If you want to try.
It would be funny, right? I'm just going to set up a camera right over here. Oh, did I not tell you that I invented a camera?
I made a joke about you pranking, and now that's all Khan wants to do.
When she's in Druma, yeah. Why not?
I mean, sure. I mean, you
just
know, I
seeing
like
us would be
pranking.
scary, I think.
I think Sarah would.
I think
I
so.
mean, what was her?
Marigold.
Marigold would
Marigold.
love that too.
I'm pretty good at pranking.
I could cast an illusion that all of us have been killed in the throne room. That'd be funny.
No! No!
What?
No!
Why is that bad? It's an illusion. It's not even real.
As her, longest bestie? No. She's already had enough trauma. No.
I mean, you're kind of a party pooper, Reese, but all right.
I'll poop all of the parties if it means Danny's happiness will happen. Thank you.
How about a major, an illusion spell that Khan has sort of attained ultimate power and is floating as she's like absorbing the souls of everyone in the room, and then she's like, finally, Danny, you've arrived.
You know, that's a lot, less depressing, so yeah, whatever.
Oh wait, I have a better one. And I don't say it in front of Bruce. I come over here and I'm like, what if I did one of Bruce sitting on the throne with a real big golden crown, saying, the false queen returns.
Yeah, I don't think she'd love that none too much.
No, he heard me.
You're not to you! Shut up!
Oh wait, you did.
Do
You
it.
said it with.
I
muted
said,
tones,
yeah, I
that's
moved
right.
away so he wouldn't say that. That'd be really mean. I kind of like the other one better.
Yeah.
I'm not good at these.
Ballo,
Yeah, you have too much power. Cool me.
As you walk into the throne room, Reese, immediately your eyes are drawn to your nearly 7-foot tall slab of man flesh
I love
with
him.
your ring on it. Prince Mythanar Arion, Danny's older brother.
Wait, are you engaged to my brother now?
Uh-huh.
He is, yes.
I
They
put
are
a ring on it.
Yeah.
I put a ring on it, and it was the communication ring that we have, so when we're far away, we can talk to each other, but it's kind of like a faux engagement ring, too.
It looks like a ring pop, but it's a ring of sending. He liked to put a ring of sending on it.
Yeah.
But yes,
Oh my
Reese and
God.
Mythanar are engaged now.
My favorite thing is if only the prince could hear the narration of that. Your very own slab of man meat. He's like, wait, what?
Wait, is he the crazy one, or was that the other?
No,
No,
that's the
no.
one you're with, Aerodrill.
That's the one you're
Okay.
But
Reese
when
just
you
like
walk
runs
in-
and jumps into Mythanar's arms like, I missed you so much.
Oh, hey, dude. Oh, it's been so long. Oh, welcome back. And he
Oh,
hugs
you
you
got
and
your
it like
vernacular.
pops your back.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been speaking with a lot of dude, bro, kind of.
I forgot he was a surfer.
He's a surf bro. Now.
he
In
got
fact,
into surfing.
in fact,
Yeah.
wait. No, I'll save that for later. Yeah, but he is a surf.
Oh, I know
bro.
exactly what you're about to.
Oh, you don't?
you were
You
going to
don't?
show us.
You have
Yeah.
no idea. But yes, you jump into Mythanar's arms, and he holds you like you're made of plastic bags, like it's nothing. Just holding you up as he's sitting in this chair. Everyone else is kind of filing into the room, sitting down. There's foods prepared, and Lord Maris, the steward of Druma, comes up and says, "Ah, Lux Et Umbra, yes, I've been expecting you. Khan, Zavid, Reese, welcome back."
I think Khan will just quickly whisper to Zavid, I think we missed our chance to set up an illusion. Oh, next time.
Next time. Hi, Lord Maris. It's good to see you again.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has. It's been amazing how quickly Serenulia has been reacclimating to Druman society. You are all wonder workers.
I mean, she was like a sponge, ready to like relearn everything, like she had never known it. It's crazy. And on that note, we've brought a few guests here. We believe that her safety is of the paramount importance. So, and then I would like to introduce Bix and our new halfling friend as new bodyguards and attendants to Serenulia to make sure that she is safe at all times.
Yes, hello, my name is Bix.
And I'm what did I say? Marigold Shortbridge. We've been watching after the lady for a long time.
Yes, we will guard her as well as your royal guard.
Well, that's good to know. Yes, it seems that the princess is in good hands. I trust Lux Et Umbra implicitly. Now, I've been told that they shall be returning in any moment now.
Yes, pretty exciting. I thought she'd already be here, though. I was kind of disappointed that now we're kind of just sitting here waiting awkwardly, like.
It is
Danny
kind
not
of a
home
weird
yet?
amount of length, but eventually you do start to hear the crackling of magic energies as a circle appears upon the
Explosion.
ground. And explodes and everybody
We get
dies,
thrown back
rocks
into the
fall.
wall.
As
Button tighter.
not only your friend Danny, but her two pets, the flaming... Yes?
Can I? I'll let you put all this, but can I add some extra bits?
Yeah, go
As you-
for it.
Okay, okay. So I'll let you finish out that part.
Yeah, as Queen Dany, Empress Talandia, Demirius Alpharona, and Prince Aerodrill Arion all appear in a puff of smoke on this circle.
There is also 3 goats, like weird looking, like space goats. One is like a dark green, the other one's kind of yellow, and there's a red one. And then there's like this weird space pig. It has like these weird horns coming out of like weird places. And there's also like a really small kitten. It just looks like an actual kitten. But have you guys seen
Captain Marvel?
Yep,
Yep, that's where
Lurkin.
we'll. Lurkin, yes.
Wonderful. For anyone watching, I told Ash that she has free reign to make up what adventures Dany has gone on in her interim. So all this is news to me. I'm here for it.
I have a point of order that I'd like to just ask about before we continue. They've been on Castrovel,
Yes.
which is not in alignment yet, which means they have not been subject to any of the conjunction. They didn't need to make saves while they're on that planet. Now that they're
Correct.
back, people got to make some saves, and I'm concerned about Demirius.
Oh god.
He's got to make his
Oh.
save.
Oh my
You are
goodness.
correct. I will do that right now, as a matter of fact.
Part of me kind of
Uh,
wants him to fail, but the other part of me is like, oh god, no.
Danny does not need to roll anything because that planet is not in. Demirius got a 43. He's good.
Oh, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
If he had failed and just saw me, I would run. I'd be like, oh God.
And I need to roll for. Okay. And I need to roll for. Okay. Actually, all of the newcomers are okay. I rolled high enough. I am going to interpret that as they just haven't slept yet on Galarian.
Ah, there
So,
we go.
so no adverse effects for Demirius or for Eredril or for Empress Talandia, but they appear in front of you in a flash with these extra goats, space pig, and kitten that your friend Queen Dani is holding. But Dani, you've appeared once again within your throne room, within the castle of Druma. Almost all of your friends are here. Zavid, Khan, Reese, your brother Mythanar, and a group of people you've never met before, along with Lord Barris.
You
appear
just
in a
hear
flash.
like Danny give like a sigh. Oh my god, that was the longest trip of my life. Love you, Grandma. That was really great. Can I like I'll catch you and my brother a little bit later. I need to go.
My favorite thing is that the audio's cutting out right now.
Yeah, because you peaked it, so it just cut out.
Sorry.
But the animatedness was great.
She's like, oh my god, guys. Oh. There's just tears that just start streaming as she goes to like every one of you guys. Like there's like an extra hug for Zavid and Khan and like Reese, and then she just
Group
hugs
hug.
everybody else. Yeah, it's just
You're
like
in a group
quick
hug with Mythanar and Reese.
She's like, okay, and she just hugs everybody, even people
Yeah.
she never even met before.
Aw.
And she's just like, guys,
Has she not met Mythanar yet?
She has met Mythanar, yes.
Oh god. That'd be hilarious.
they
You
have-
hug him, you don't know who he is.
My
Like
person.
I'm your bro.
She was there
Oh.
for that.
Yeah.
When you hug the halfling, she kind of freezes, but then goes for a hug that seems weirdly like strong and comfortable for a literal stranger.
like she holds on to her for like a couple of seconds extra. I don't know you, but this feels really comfortable.
And it feels not like the weird kind of right, but like it doesn't feel weird to be hugging this person.
This is how it feels when I hug Reese. This is weird. Why is this weird?
I quickly try to say this. I'm like, Danny, you're making it weird. You just met them. Chill out.
Oh,
yeah, right,
sorry,
right.
yeah, sorry. And the halfling kind of brushes the shirt off and sits back down and kind of tries to be quiet.
Okay. Does anybody here? I feel like I need to see my husband. Oh yeah. By the way, got married.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole thing. We did it for the visa. It's a long story.
It's great. We just saw him. He's in the smithy.
Cool. I'll see
He'll
him
come
in a
back
little.
in.
Hey,
I-
hon.
And he just kind of pops his head back in.
Hi, dear. I'll see you in a little bit. Does anybody want to go get drinks? I need a drink. I need the biggest drink of my life.
Absolutely.
I definitely, yeah. I want to go say hi to the others. Demirius, I imagine because he made a save, might give me a hug and crush me with his armor, and I'm like,
Basically
ah,
Yes, good old Demirius.
didn't miss that.
Hey, Zvid, it's good to see you again. I'm trying to do an Abe. I've been trying to work on it, but I can't really get it. I just know he's scratchy.
Yeah, I got kind of a
That
low,
honestly
kind of
works
low
really well.
voice.
Yeah, hey, Zvid, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well. You would not believe some of the adventures we've been on. Danny just wants to get a drink. Maybe we can catch up here in a bit.
Perhaps we've been on some pretty crazy stuff ourselves.
Okay. Bye, Demarius. Go.
Yeah,
And you're gonna see her
I
like.
need to get out of this armor, and
Yeah.
he trudges away, and the queen and Eredril have also. They've been sitting, they having a cup of wine, but eventually, if no one interacts with them, they will as well leave.
Like if Danny could leave a trail of smoke behind, that's what you start seeing.
I guess let's rush after her.
Yeah, and then Mythanar will say, "Oh, you know, dude, there's a great beach that's just opening up on the south side of the city. We could get drinks there."
Yeah. Let's do it. Danny, beach.
I'm on it.
beach.
I hear it. I'm there.
Okay, good. I
You
think
want
we
me
should.
teleport there?
Yeah.
You literally know teleport now.
Yeah.
I just wait. Let me get my things. So you're like already like casting the spell. Like wait.
I think we should take a quick intermission.
Yeah, we could take an intermission. That's the perfect spot for it. Yes, hope everyone will join us in about 10 or 15 minutes, where we finally get to the inevitable beach episode.
Let's go.
Let's go. See you all shortly. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're back from our intermission. When last we left off, Lux Et Umbra had reunited with Queen Dani Arion in the throne room of Druma. She's back from her long adventure on the planet of Castrovel, so a lot of catching up is in order, and everyone has decided that the beach is just what the cleric ordered. So Mythonar, Dani's older brother, has decided to show everyone his local stomping grounds. Reese found out he's recently been getting into this new sport called swarfing or snarfing. You can't really remember what it was called. He was really excited about it. But yeah, after you break off to your separate quarters to change, you eventually do come to the beach that Mythonar shows you, that I will load now. There we are. Oh, and just because I have it and I made it, as he comes out of his bedroom to lead you all to the beach, Mythonar is carrying a very strange, flat piece of wood that has his name written on it in purple and silver, and he's wearing multicolored shorts that have a very strange loud pattern on them, but he's otherwise shirtless.
Awesome. Yeah, and Reese has.
Oh yeah, and his shorts do have the Druman honey badger on the shorts as well.
That's amazing. Reese, also has a pair for Reese, which are blue with little popsicles all over them.
And let's see, where did I put it? Oh, did I not grab a link? Oh, I didn't. Okay, so I also have another thing. Con, or Eldritch, do you want to explain what I'm about to show?
So at the end of last session, when we learned that this was going to be a beach episode, it was requested of me to draw the group in their new outfits, which I eagerly did at the last minute.
And I have that here. Thank you for riffing for me. So this is Reese, Zavid, and Khan in their beach gear, their beach finest, enjoying some ice cream treats.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot we went with blue Speedo. So retcon blue Speedo.
Blue Speedo. So you come to the beach. Mythonar says, "Well, welcome to the beach, dudes. This is where I bum around. If you want to get some ice cream, Patricio is over there. But they've got volleyball, surf competition, all kinds of stuff. Oh, hey, look!" And he walks over to this huge cauldron that's just here on the beach. That's sitting on top of it will be a campfire. Right now, it's just a bunch of wood. And he says, "Oh, looks like they're doing the communal stew today, dudes. This is awesome. So if we can, find fish meat or, spices, vegetables, whatever's lying around, we can all throw them in the pot. Everyone gets a serving. Great."
Okay, Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I 100% stole from Stardew Valley. Yes, it's that. It's that.
I love it.
Won't even deny it. 100% Stardew Valley.
Well, I don't know about you, but I definitely want to take a dip in the waves as well.
Yes. It looks inviting. And definitely nothing like Osirian.
Nothing at all. Yes, it is. There's
sand.
There's sand, but that's about the only similarity. It's warm and perfect. The sun is not as oppressive as it used to be. There are several people on this beach, but it isn't really crowded. There's several people setting up at the volleyball court. There seems to be an orc man sunning himself on a rock. And there's a decent line forming at what appears to be a giant hermit crab with a sign with an ice cream cone on it.
Dani will snap her fingers and her clothes will change from like her royalness to just like a pink sequenced bikini with her hair and pigtails. And she is going to find the closest thing she can get to alcoholic beverages as possible.
That would probably be at the ice cream vendor. He would have, not margaritas. What's the fruity ice thing that you get at the beach?
Daiquiri,
thank you. Or pina colada. Yeah, those. My mind went completely blank for a second.
She is having whatever she could that is closest to like a strawberry daiquiri.
Sure.
Yeah,
you want? Oh, Dani, I can get us that. Yeah, we'll go down to Patricio's. And Mythonar, he kind of throws his arm around your shoulder, in a very brotherly way, and is kind of pulling you down. And look, not. This fantasy ground's just laggy. I think it is. But he's pulling you down towards this. There we go. Now I can move towards this hermit crab, which, when you get a little bit closer, you see has a big umbrella on it. There's a window, and there's a man inside. Let me share this.
I regret zooming in.
You should regret zooming in.
Oh my god.
No!
Why is the Patrick?
Why?
Name, the goddamn name. You!
This isn't. No, it's
bastard.
Patricio.
I hate you!
I'm gonna
No.
just...
I'm gonna pretend
Just
I
close
didn't
out
see
of
that.
Fantasy Grounds.
Bye, everybody.
I live for this.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
But you see some people, a tabaxi, walk off with an ice cream cone, and the line is just slowly getting shorter. But eventually you do, the crowd will, let's see, can I grab them or are they tokens? I think they're tokens.
They just
Yes.
sink into the sand.
There we go, I can. I can just move them and they eventually do get their ice creams, and you are able to get up with your brother to the front of the line there, Danny.
What is the? Okay, I have actually first. Does it actually look like Patrick?
It does, yes. This is a strange kind of pink person that looks like definitely some type of sea creature that maybe you've seen them before. Give me a nature check in the tower. Do you remember how to do that in Fantasy Grounds?
Yeah. I just gotta get my sheet real
I
quick.
hate looking at this, and I hate you, Eli.
I live for this stuff.
We know.
Whether we like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Okay, you said nature check.
Yeah, in the tower. Anyone who wants to get in on that can.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Nope. Hold on. Sorry. It's been a minute.
Mhm.
No worries.
You're good. Yeah, it's been a long time since you've been in Fantasy Grounds.
I'm trying to just drop it into.
Yeah,
There we go.
there it goes. Okay, so actually, Khan recognizes this type of person immediately with your nat 20. This
Whoa.
ice cream
Damn.
vendor. This ice cream vendor is a strange, rare creature you've only ever heard of. He is a triton. It's a fish person, like an underwater. But this particular person happens to be a sea star type triton, as opposed to like a fish.
And thus able to be an ice cream vendor on land.
Yes.
So
I was trying to find the verb tense of vendor. He vends ice cream.
Events.
she just kind of stares at him for a second, like, okay. What is the strongest thing you have that might make me forget the last several months?
Well, I can get you a
Years.
daiquiri or the triple gooberberry surprise.
Oh my god, shut up.
Is there alcohol in the triple goober surprise?
Only if you ask for it.
Can I have one of each, please?
Coming right up.
With
No.
double the alcohol.
Quickly, Patricio Stella mixes up a drink for you. It's one of those fishbowl type drinks. It's bright pink with a very large umbrella in the top, ice. And there you go. Don't drink it all in one place. And it is strong. Oh, goodness. You haven't had alcohol in a hot second because they didn't have any on the planet you were on.
Exactly.
So, yeah, not only is it strong, but it's the first you've had in a minute. Mythanar gets himself a cone of ice cream with 4 scoops, and he's just kind of balancing it, just kind of trying to lick it and work the whole thing.
So
I have
she'll-
a request.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just would like to make an occultism roll to use my schooled in secrets to gather information about secret societies, because I have a feeling out of game, if I were to walk up to this man, look around and say, "I'm a goofy goober," I'd get something cool for it. But I don't know that. I need to make an occultism check. Can I do that?
Absolutely, in the tower.
Okay. Thank you.
Go for it.
All right, let me mute again.
Well, you rolled a natural 19.
Oh my god.
Give me a second.
Trying to figure out the funniest thing to do.
Because I know what the response is. Like, the call and response, I already know. But this completely caught me off guard, so I have to think for a second. Let me Yeah, okay. So, what do you do?
I see the signs. Literally the signs, and also the little symbols. There's like little markings on the shell, and the ice cream with the sword. That is not a normal ice cream store like symbol. There's like little subtle hints of like, this is a coat of arms. A coat of arms for a secret society involving ice cream and root beer and all sorts of sweets. On its front is that it's geared for children and for adults who have not quite, learned to be adults yet. But underneath the surface, there's something more complex at play. And I see this, and I noticed this, and I look on the menu, I search for clues, and I see it. A little peanut mascot covered in chocolate, little hat, and this is Goofy Goober.
There's lyrics.
I cipher it. I get it. I know what I have to say. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna get, but Zavid walks up, and he says, "That's right. That is absolutely right." He says,
I am a goofy goober. Yeah.
And Patricio's eyes go kind of wide for a second, and then he tries to compose himself, and he goes, "Double cone, coming right up." And as he turns around, you can hear him go, "You're a goofy goober, yeah." And then he kind of turns to look to you out of the corner of his eye.
Goofy goobers,
She is singing the song of her people right now. There's nothing I can do. She's not eating, and she's already wet her diaper. I changed it, so there's not much. She's just gonna be loud.
It happens.
I'm trying to think. He wants me to finish the song.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know this song? Should I make a society
It's on
check
the board.
to know? Oh, I'll read
It's
it.
just
Oh, yeah.
with the peanut character, he's got little speech bubbles, and it's
I try to I already looked at the board, so I just from memory I try to look him in the eye and I say,
You're a goofy goober. Yeah.
And then he stands up straight and goes, "We're all goofy goobers, yeah."
and then both of us at the same time, goofy
Goober, yeah! Then he reaches under the counter and he pulls out a small shell. It's a conch shell. And he says, "Only when you need me." And then he hands you a large ice cream sandwich.
And in the most serious expression, I take it with both hands, the conch shell. I nod to him with understanding, and I put it away and take this and
You have a wonderful day.
Have a goofy day.
Probably a god or something.
yeah, I don't look at any of you. I don't acknowledge any of you. I just you just saw something happen, or did you? Or
Reese
did you?
just looks over to Khan, is just like, I've been in his body and I don't even know what that's about. You've known him longer. Is there something I don't know? Am I missing something here?
No,
Okay. I'm just gonna walk up and get some ice cream.
It makes you forget. I don't want to remember.
I want to forget, honestly. And he walks up to Patricio.
Hey there, what can I get you?
Can I get a lavender vanilla cone, or actually no, popsicle, and then a big fruity drink to go with it with alcohol?
Coming right up. And he makes you a little drink, and just like normally when you would put an umbrella in it, he takes the popsicle and sticks it stick first in the top.
Oh, that's excellent.
There you go.
Thank you.
And then what for you, my mousy friend?
Whatever, sweet dessert you have that is, the most red.
Oh, got a fruit punch pop. And it's a double-sticked ice that is bright red, and he hands it over to you.
Oh, I think there was some mistake. This is clean.
Does the land change colors? I don't remember. And he's kind of looking to Ash and Reese, like,
This is a clean popsicle.
No, it's red.
that's red.
Think about what color blood is. What color is blood?
This color.
Exactly. The color of blood. Your popsicle is the color of blood.
No, this is. And Khan just kind of zones out for a second, and she looks to the tops of trees and looks to the popsicles and looks to her cloak. Am I not wearing a red cloak right now?
No, that's green.
And she kind of turns away and just stares at this big rock. Her whole brand is going into question right now. Because was it last time that we learned that rats are red-green colorblind?
Yes.
They're red-green colorblind, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, your bathing suit, that's all green too.
Oh my
I thought
No,
I thought you always knew that.
mean.
And Maria's just walks away.
Danny's back in line. She just finished her drink.
Roll me a fortitude save publicly, please. That's on the main tab of your character sheet. You can just double-click the button or drag it into the chat. You're already feeling it. That was a failure, but not by much. But you're already kind of. That was pretty good.
Oh my god, this is the happiest I've been in so long. I'll take one more, please. Actually, 2 more, please. Actually, 3 more, please.
For the
And she's
whole
holding 4
party.
hands.
Just for,
Daddy,
enough for the party.
you gotta stop this with this might kill you. It's all my detail queen.
One for each coming up. And Patricia starts to make 5 of the triple goober berry surprise.
Yeah, and we're gonna give Reese is gonna just come over and be when she starts serving them up, he's gonna start taking them, and then runs one over to Khan, runs one over to Savit, runs one over to Mythanar, and it's just before Danny could even do anything.
Well, Danny still gets her second.
Yeah,
There
she'll
we
get
go.
her second, but she's not getting as many as she needs. No.
So, what's been going on, guys? How's things been? I have so much to tell you. My grandmother drove me insane. How about you guys? What you guys been up to?
Well, why don't you start? You seem eager to tell us as Khan is wiping a tear away and composing herself.
Are you okay, Khan?
I got sand in my eye.
I would
you
like you to
upset?
roll a
Just takes a
deception
big
check on
bite out
that
of
one.
the popsicle. Yeah.
Are you
Public
upset
deception
about...
there, Con.
Deception. There's sand everywhere. I don't see why, it's so ridiculous to believe that I got sand in my eye, You're being so crazy right now.
Danny, roll me perception either publicly or in the tower, doesn't matter. $28. Your call
feel
if
like
you believe
it's-
it or not.
I feel like it's one of those... Are you being honest?
How would she lie to
Okay.
you?
You,
No,
you
these are
suspect she's
pills.
lying, but you can't
Not
tell.
because of sand.
If it's about the color thing, she's gonna look at her real quick. Because she kind of overheard it. And she's gonna prestidigitate Khan's, robe from green to, red. And see if that changes her mood. Does that work? Does that feel better? It's
I
red
feel
now.
the same. I'm fine. I'll be fine. It's not even that. I'm just jealous that you can see 2 colors and I can only see 1. That's all.
But
Do you
does
want
does the blood still make you feel as happy as it did before?
Yeah.
Then that's the important part.
It's all that matters. It's all that matters. So how have you guys been? Yeah. You're still blonde. The con.
I'm
Sorry.
blonde.
Blonde the bloody.
Blonde
I can't.
beauty.
You know what? This is perfect because I can't talk. Therefore, Danny is actually kind of drunk. You're still con the bloody.
In our
But she actually does
hearts.
say. But she really does say you're blonde the bloody.
Thank you, Daddy.
So how you guys been? What's been happening?
Everybody got to meet my dad, and I
Oh
got
shit! How was that?
So imagine having daddy issues and you didn't know you had as bad daddy issues and you were a gaslight gate-kept girl boss for all of your life.
Same.
Yeah, so you know how it feels. My dad is the Goblin King, but like, not really a goblin. He is a freaking djinn. So that's great. That was great. My sister's alive, and she died in my arms, and then she rose back to life, and that was traumatizing. But she's pretty cool. She has a cool friend named. Oh my god! Imagine that mic drop didn't happen. But yeah, she has a really cool friend named Gunnar, which you'd love. He's a lot like Bruce, honestly. Great guy. So we solved an ancient, labyrinth and defeated an ultimate evil. My dad is proud of me, and it's been
What's
a
that
time.
like?
Really weird. Really weird, because like he was like, a jerk the whole time. You heard my stories about him like forever ago. So like
Yeah.
he sucks, but he doesn't actually suck that much now because he doesn't have to keep lying.
My dad sucked less when I found out what happened, and then he died. So I totally get it.
Yeah. It's weird. And then he just like leans on my Finar, like, I'm done. And just like, I need to process some trauma.
What happened between you two? What's this?
I'll let my Finar go and explain. I'm tired.
She looks at Mike Denard, waiting for him
Oh,
to say something.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was zoned out. What was the discussion?
How did
I was typing something.
the thing between Reese and
Oh.
Matt Denard? What happened?
Yes. Well, when you dudes came up to Belkson and you got me from Chief Hunduk's half man. Well, when you walked into the room, all of you first looked at me, but I couldn't stop looking at this blondie here. He kind of does the tussle on your hair, and
fair.
we started
smoking.
talking. Yeah, we started talking, and we took a long walk, and that next morning, you guys caught us a little tied up.
Yeah.
Did he literally tie you up?
Yeah, he did, but Zavid was very unimpressed. So we gave some tips with from a very special book, with a volume of Barden Barbarian.
Oh, is that number 5? Is that number 6?
Safid, don't you remember?
Forgot which one.
I
it
do.
was.
I remember.
You collected the last of it for her.
I'll just hand it to Danny. I won't say anything. I'll be like, I think I'm done with this. I think I understand what it's really about. I'm surprised no one told me. I'm a little bit ashamed that I didn't realize it sooner. Here, just take it.
That
Did
one.
you still not understand that it was sex?
I know. I
It
never
was
read
dirty
anything
sex.
like that. I thought it was an adventure, a story about friendship.
It was a sexy adventure.
It
They
was
did
well
sexy
written.
things
I'll
together.
say that. It was well written, but I wasn't into it. I'm sorry. Here.
The pause is engaging.
Well, you will enjoy
yes.
And I just dropped that into your inventory there, Danny. The Bard and the Barbarian Nonology. They did indeed finish the collection for you after all this time. So, for what it's worth, there's a little closure. You have the whole set.
I love that.
So good.
And then, so
Oh,
you
we're
guys are
engaged also. Yeah. Because I really didn't want to leave his sight, but we had to because, you know, I didn't want him to meet my father yet, and now it's probably better when he does. But like, we had to go to Syrian, so to communicate, I got him a special ring forged that is only one-way direct path to me. So like, wait, babe, hold on. Here, and he gets this ring and puts on his ring. Okay, hold on. And he just like boop boop boop, and restyles it in.
And you know that old sound? This is a very generational thing. For when your cell phone would be next to like a speaker about 20 years ago, and you could tell you were about to get a call before it happened. You kind of get that sound, that and then you can hear yourself, your voice coming out of his ring, but it's like when you put a microphone up to a speaker. There's a lot of feedback.
Oh God! Oh wait! Well, okay, no. Well, anyway, what you briefly saw was our faces, so we were able to like see each other and have some time for face or something. I don't know. But yeah, so we were able to check in with each other, and it was, you know, pretty good, and especially because God, we went through stuff. So yeah, that's how long distance works.
Oh yeah, me and Bruce had this, and you don't know where she pulled it from, but it's like this communicative ball. Yeah, I had this thing. It's much older than that generation. I guess this is the older generation, and I used to communicate with him through my dreams, actually through his dreams.
Ooh.
Fun. It was weird.
That sounds definitely more weird than a ring that I see his face on that pops up.
Yeah, that sounds a little cryptic.
It was really cryptic. Oh, so you're gonna be my brother-in-law? That's amazing,
right?
I'm super excited. Be super aware. Our grandmother is batshit crazy.
Oh,
sorry.
It's okay. I want your grandmother to meet my father so badly.
Speaking of your grandmother, what's going on, girlfriend?
You see her take one big drink. Well, my grandmother's insane. She nitpicked on everything. Oh, queens don't sit like that. Oh, queens don't act like that. Oh, that's not how queens were supposed to be dressed. Are you sure you want this man to be the future of Druma? Are you sure you want to procreate with that accent? Like,
you know, when I was your age, 12,000 years ago. Well, yeah.
That's right. She only sort of knows about that.
Oh.
Only because Zavid mentioned it. And I don't think Ash knows about that.
Mm-mm. She doesn't.
Like,
so you being like, oh, my grandmother, she's batshit. We're all just like, you don't say.
And then it was wonderful getting to know her and everything, but then afterwards, I lost count of what month it was, or day, or year. What year are we in? It doesn't matter. She drove me crazy. And then you have Demirius and, Sarah and Ray this, and Sarah and Ray that, and blah, 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 blah. And he just, simping as hard as he could simp. It's just... And then Eredrill just, bless him, he has so much trauma.
I've never met him yet.
I'm so sorry that you are coming in to this
Look, I'm in with your brother, you and your sister. Your crazy brother, you know what? It's fine. We'll work on it.
Eredrill's the kind of dude that would go on to forums with conspiracy theories and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
He's like one of those guys.
Absolutely. Talks to fruit and stuff.
Then
They're putting poison in the fruit, man. They're getting everybody. They're getting our children, dude.
Making the frickin' grungs gay.
Which is fine, actually.
It's fine, though.
But
it's just they're doing it.
But why, man? You gotta ask yourself why.
So there's that. Eredrill just was talking to himself 90% of the time.
He's a podcaster. He's a podcaster, is what he is.
Yeah, he doesn't stream, he podcasts.
Going back to the previous conversation of what everyone does, he's not on YouTube, he's a podcaster.
Yeah, 100%. He just talked to himself all day and all night, and every time I was trying to read a book and he just kept talking, I threw a couple of books at him. He didn't feel it. He didn't feel a thing.
Too bad you don't know, like, Cone of Silence. That would have been help, but...
That would have been so helpful. I had no books up there. I was reading the same 7 books I've had for the last... What year is it? I don't know. Whatever. But we found some other books that my grandmother was after, and I made friends with tons of animals, which was really nice.
What's with the goats?
Yeah. Oh, that's Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
See, that's a funny joke, Lumbee.
What are you talking about?
You may want to get acquainted with those.
All of my jokes are hilarious. What are you talking about?
Love you.
My references are so sharp.
I love you and all the hard work that you put into this game.
Same.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I saved them. There was like this massive tornado thing. I think that's what it's called. It was this giant like funnel cloud thingy, and it was destroying a bunch of stuff. So, of course, I seen 3 goats that were in like the path of like harm, and I just ran for it. Erendril and Grandma tried to stop me, and Demirius, but I broke free from all of them, and I went and I saved the goats. They were smaller. They were actually little lambs. They were like,
wait, there's 3 Eeny, Meeny, Miny. Which one's Mo? Is that the pig?
Yes.
Okay.
He looked like a Mo, and I couldn't think of another name.
Okay, that makes sense. What about the kitten? What's with the kitten?
Don't let that kitten fool you. That kitten can kick anyone's ass, even
I don't doubt
Demirius.
it. Oh, I'd love to see that.
I did see that, and it was hilarious. This thing like shoots out of its mouth like some sort of like weird alien creature, like, and it has like this weird tentacle, and you would never expect it because the kitten's like that big. And I somehow managed to make it my friend, and the kitten loves me. His name is.
He'll be in love with Chompy.
Oh my god, she doesn't know about Chompy.
He doesn't know about Chompy.
Who's Chompy? Tell me everything about Chompy.
Zavid, can you please tell Danny about Chompy?
I can, of course. If anyone wants to make a perception check on Zavid as he explains who Chompy is, please do. But Zavid kind of tells you about their adventures in the labyrinth in Assyrian, which had a few different sort of monsters scattered throughout. There was a mummified minotaur or a mummator named Ankh, right?
Yep,
Poppy
Ankh. Poppy Ankh, but Ankh for short, yeah.
He's with us at Shadow Valley. Kind of a sort of an on loan from Ma'at sort of situation.
Oh,
He's
Ma'at is also our undead queen friend.
She's a lich, but she's good.
Queen.
She's a good lich.
She is a queen in my eyes.
I'm not going to go into too many details because I know that Danny was going to immediately be interested, but I'll just say, you might want to talk to her. She's a lich and she reached it through being a bard, so might interest you to see how she did that, if you want to live forever or something.
We know that we've determined that you have minor image, so you make this kind of image to show her as you're explaining. This is Ma'at. She is a lich from Assyrian. She's the god king of all warmed by Ra. She's a complete boss bitch. She's great.
We love her.
We love her enough that she was the favorite character when we did the poll.
She was, yes, overall, she was the favorite. She was on everyone's top 5. This is the Mummator Ankh. Again, minor image to show you what they kind of look like since they're back at Shadow Valley. And then, if you want to get to Chompy, I'll show that one last.
Yes.
And then, Chompy, I was like, and Chompy is a mimic who just born and bred in this labyrinth, didn't know anything. Was eating rats and stuff to get by. Saw us, thought we were a meal. I talked to him. It's like, hey, no, I get it. I've done the same thing when I was in the Darklands, so I get it. you can come with us. We'll give you a bigger meal than us, and that's what we've been doing. He's very good, very smart, little mimic. Loves to look like a treasure chest. So if you visit Shadow Valley again, you better be careful.
How's the kobolds? What happened to them?
Oh, you're gonna love what happened to Fork. I mean, Sheriff.
You don't notice,
Fork.
Danny. You're super into this conversation. Khan and Reese, you notice that there's a bit of a wistfulness or a melancholy that's sort of in Zavid's voice. He's not as enthusiastic as he normally is. After you guys start talking about the kobolds, you kind of see him just looking at the ocean. Just to wrap that part up, so you can do that with what you will. But if you want to keep the conversation flowing about the kobolds,
I'll at least show this. I only have 2 changed images. Jimothy now wears a gas mask because I wasn't able to get to this, but Jimothy spends so much time in the lab that fresh air kind of grosses him out. So he wears the gas mask all the time now. And then Sugar Wanter has become an apprentice tailor to Krek Longwalker, the drag queen Barbariana. So Sugar Wanter is an apprentice tailor now. Brick is working deeper in the forest. Not many updates on him, but the best one I love is that the sheriff in town stepped down because the mayor died under his watch, and so the town voted for Fork to become sheriff.
baby.
I love that so much.
So that's the updates on the kobolds.
We're so proud of him.
Wow.
No, they are. That was such a delight. I love the temple to Selnway that they, gouged into the wall, into the cave. Some people would call it a cult. I wouldn't.
Oh. How's Khan? How's your friend? Your friend that you made?
Oh, of course.
Ah, yes.
It'd be very funny if Khan just reached into her top and pulled out a rat. Pulled out Pipette.
That's precisely what you do.
Yeah, and so she puts Pipette on her shoulder, and this is a albino rat with an extra set of arms and bright pink eyes.
And it crawls out onto Crawl's shoulder and says, "Hello, I'm Pipette."
Sorry.
You completely cut out. What did you say?
I said, "Oh my god, I love it so much." But
Oh yeah, very smart rat.
But Danny screams that.
Incredibly smart rat. I mean, just like me. But so you do magic. That's something that you do, and I used to not do magic, but now I can with the help
What'd you
of Pipette. Hold on, watch this. Khan is going to run at the giant rock, cast spider climb, and just stand on it horizontally.
Like 90-degree angle.
Yes. And then just run around the side of the rock. I couldn't do that before, but now I can.
Pipette kind of stands up on her hind legs, and she has her 2 sets of arms. One set, the top set is crossed, the second set in the middle is on her hips, and she's looking at Khan, and she looks to you, Danny, and goes, "I taught her that. That's my girl."
That's amazing. Bravo.
And Khan will come back. And
Don't forget the Legion of Infernal Rats.
Yes.
That's more of a second update on Khan.
So, with Reese, though, it's okay, now you see me? And he's gonna warp step just 30 feet out of the way. Now you don't! And then he's gonna warp step right back.
Yeah, we've been doing some weird stuff with magic.
Oh, also, and he picks up a rock from the beach, and he skips it using telepathic projectile.
Yeah, the spell you've seen Zavid use many times in the past, where he just picks up a piece of debris and hurls it across the room magically. Reese is now capable of doing that. Didn't you get a tattoo or something? How did you get that? I don't remember.
I don't
But
remember
doesn't
either.
matter. But I know you got it somehow that
I forgot
wasn't...
how I got magic that wasn't through my dad.
All of your magic, none of it has spell slots. It's interesting.
No.
Your magic is weird.
I have to go back to the notes on that one, I forgot.
But yes, Ash, mechanically, Khan is now a rogue with a witch dedication. So.
Okay.
And Reese
She's
is
now a
getting
witch.
a witch. Oh, no!
Oh, you're a
I
witch,
have my
that's right.
tiger. I'm a witch. I have my tiger.
That's right.
I have a. Yeah, that's what it is. And Reese is just like, yeah. And I have a fluffy friend too. And he just like claps. The tiger is a big ass black and red tiger that's like super fluffy. I rescued him from a tomb.
It appears in a flash next to you, and it is not nearly that aggressive as it is in the picture.
No.
It's very relaxed. It's nuzzling up against Reese. It's purring quite loudly. But it is it's a black smilodon. It's a saber-toothed cat with a bunch of red arcane marks that kind of flow and dance all over its body.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I finally got part of the Cool Pets Club. Because everybody had one, and, well, Mythanar's a pet, but that's a different way. Anyway, your sister's here. This is awkward. He takes another drink.
It's delicious.
Danny finished the second one. Now she's on to the daiquiri.
Fortitude save, please. You're looking for a 37.
Yeah, Danny, you might want to slow down. Just advice from my friend, you know?
Oh, fine. I feel amazing. Let's see if she actually says that.
Yeah, right. Let's see what the dice say.
Nat one!
Nat one! That second triple gooberberry surprise is hitting you like a bomb. Ton of bricks just fell on your head.
You're pretty sure that's what she said, but it actually sounded more like that's what it sounded.
Yes, good.
It's good to see you haven't changed, Danny.
Oh, she still has whimsy and fun, thank God. That was one of Reese's, like, biggest worries, that, like, they'd come back and she'd just be completely changed. Honestly, like, my headcanon for Reese would be like, I hope Danny's okay. God, that's a long time to travel with your grandmother.
Terrible.
She tried so hard to break me. She tried. Arwen kept me sane.
I mean, puppies do that, so good.
If it wasn't for Arwen and Ares, I think I would have lost my mind.
A little taste from home. Did my supply of rock candy for you last?
It didn't.
That's okay. And honestly, I learned that that was all an illusion. It's actually candy, it's not actual rocks. They just call it rock candy. So rocks don't actually taste that good, apparently. I've been lied to my whole life, Danny. My whole life.
Same.
He takes another. He's done with his Goofy Goober surprise.
Now give me a fortitude save, Reese. Anyone who finishes their triple gooberberry has to give me a fort save. You're looking for 35.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
It's funny.
Okay, it's a 35.
35.
I'm fine.
Oh, you're
20
fine.
on reason.
Nat 20, baby.
Oh, it's almost a net 20 for Con too, but a 39. Yeah, you're also fine. It was delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe feeling a little warm, feeling pretty nice, but you're not like like Danny.
Yeah.
Danny
She's only
drank
had.
two.
She's had two.
bombed.
I've had one in a day.
Yeah, she's had two, and she hasn't had any alcohol in a while. So Danny's already bombed out.
Oh
She's
my
drinking her Dak right
god. Oh my god. I wish we could go and get some cold ones.
I miss those.
Was Danny there for that?
Danny was, but I don't think Ash was. That was in
Okay.
Fogton,
Yeah,
Dirge's
this is-
hometown.
Yeah. So Fogton, out of character. Fogton had these drinks called cold ones, and they basically shoot beer down. Yeah.
Oh, you were there for that.
Okay, you were.
yeah.
I remember that.
Perfect. I could actually, I
Ray
think
of Frost.
the cold one would be fantastic right now, but we have to go back there sometime. I promised Gurka another date, so you know.
Oh,
Second
Zavine!
next in the tower.
What happened with you, Zavine? What's been crack-a-lacking?
Well, we
How's your spooter friend?
Oh, Wisp is doing great. He met this sort of not the father, but like a father figure, a world eater, which is another large adult phase spider, right?
Yeah, face spider.
That's great because you killed the rest of his family.
Well, if you recall, it was a group effort, but it was a
Oh my god! I
kill or
did-
be eaten situation, and Wisp understands.
Wisp
Wisp knows.
We met him
Good.
in the same tomb where we met this guy. He was they were stone statues. It was really wild.
Give me a perception checks in the tower, everybody.
Perception?
Is Mythonar just like tapping his foot, waiting to go?
No.
Sork. That's what it's called, right? Going sorking.
Sorking. Actually, that completely checks out. Danny, you're looking around. Oh, Con, you actually see it too. You rolled the same. Danny and Con, you both are probably facing northeast, maybe, whereas everyone else is looking towards the water. And you see that there are a lot of seagulls going in and out of that little cave entrance there to the northeast.
I feel like she sees it, but she thinks nothing of it because she's way too drunk right now.
Con, you probably hear them. And then you
If
notice
there,
quite a few.
If there are seagulls there might be something dead inside, dead fish. I don't know. That sounds unsanitary. So I'll be back. I'll be back in a couple. You'll be okay. And she kind of stumbles, standing up a little bit. But she goes over to the cave.
Okay.
Actually, she'll tap Zavid on the shoulder and be like, "You doing okay? You seem a bit distracted."
I'm fine. We can talk more about it later.
Yeah. I don't know, just in case you wanted to go to the cave to have emotions or something like that.
I'm thinking.
This is where I go to cry.
I'm being kind of put on the spot by, and I look at Danny. What is Danny doing in this moment? Is she like invested in the conversation, or is she sort of just like ADHD right now, like kind of all over the place?
She's invested in conversation, but also her head is kind of like this, and she thinks she's saying things, but it might also sound like bad.
I'll look to Reese and Mythonar and say, I think I'm going to accompany Khan just to make sure that there's it's not really for Khan's safety, it's for the safety of anyone who might be unlucky enough to be in front of her and scare her. So.
With
She like
the
cracks her knuckles.
with the perception roll that Reese had, he can tell that he's straight up lying, but he's just like, because
So,
Reese
if
got
you
a
want
nat
to-
20 on his read.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
And looks really then is looking at Reese, who looks the most like understanding and in the moment. Like, if you want to just like fill her in on the stuff with the Ghoul City and
Yeah, I'll fill Danny on the Ghoul City stuff. Don't worry.
yeah, and then Zavid will accompany on to
Okay.
this cave.
Then I'm just gonna swap maps for you two for a moment. You should just see like kind of shallow water in a little cave entrance? Is that right?
Nothing's
It's
loaded
just
yet.
it's
see
just
it now.
Okay, it's loaded.
Yeah, it's good. Great. All right. So essentially, you see exactly what you see. The beach, except that on your side, the tide has kind of pulled out more, so it's sand where you're standing. But you can see just inside this cave entrance, there's some water. So clearly, the tide has gone up, gone into the cave, and then pulled back to give kind of a sandbar, essentially.
I see.
Sorry, my fantasy grounds is like chugging along today. So you
Yeah,
keep-
sorry.
Keep going.
Great.
Yeah, Connell take some steps forward.
Great. When you get in to there, you're hit not only by a smell, but by the large corpse of a big turtle. Not like Monhatnu sized, but a very large spike-shelled turtle that is missing an eye. It has a large chunk taken out of its left side, and there's a big spear sticking out of its side.
Can I make a...
Oh, I
I
thought
like
this was going to be just fish or something. Oh.
Yeah, this is gross. Let me take a look at this. I'm gonna do a medicine check to see how it died, and if you want to do nature to know what it is or something. Like, I don't...
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Oh, Khan, you know immediately this is a dragon turtle. With that nat 20, you can know pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah.
They're rare, but they're not like mythical rare.
Yeah, I've never seen one in person. I mean, I saw a shell of one of them once, in a different circus act, but I've never seen
Are
one.
they directly
with
related to dragons? Are they just like dragons in some way, or?
They're called dragon turtles. I think just because they're big. They don't breathe fire. I mean, they'd be cool, but they don't.
But with that 41 medicine, you see that it was definitely killed by something biting at its side, and looking closely, it's many, many tiny mouths. It's not one large one. And that spear that's sticking out of it is definitely not the cause of death, because it's grown, the skin is healed around it. It's been in there a while.
I see. Interesting. I share this with Khan, and I'm like, whatever it was able to kill a dragon turtle. Can I look? Does it look like it was attacked from the outside, or did it eat something and then it got chewed out from the inside?
Outside in.
Okay. I was gonna say, maybe it ate like a bunch of eggs that hatched, and then they needed to eat.
Could
so
be,
they just...
could be. No,
All
it
right.
doesn't look like that. It looks like inside out. I'm sorry, outside in. Outside in.
Yes. There's a chance there's some sort of small, like saltwater version of piranha or quippers that just chew this thing. Let's be very careful going forward, because we're obviously going forward. We want to know, right?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
In case there might be a danger to the fellow beach goers.
Of course, yes.
Give me a perception check in the tower, both of you.
Yeah. What if this ruins the communal soup? That'd be.
The soup!
The soup.
Perception?
Yes, please. Okay. As you're kind of rounding that corner, the cave opens up a little bit. Let me, do this. Open it up a tiny bit for you. There we go. And you do see in front of you is a school of fish, about 20 or 30 feet in front of you, swimming around in tight circles.
Okay, so we definitely don't want to go too deep in there. I don't want to end up like the dragon turtle.
I would agree. Perhaps we can do something to make it make us able to pass without provoking them. And I'd like to cast a spell on us both, Mimic Undead.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting. Are you going just you two, or are you gonna get your friends?
Well, we check it out, and if we need help, we'll morks it.
Yeah.
If we have to.
If there's like 5 more schools of fish, and like a big one that is just throwing up more of these, then it's like, oh,
That would be wild.
Maybe we need
I guess.
help.
Can we do a nature check on this, like to see?
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't know, but let me try to aid you.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah.
If I can just
Kron
get
can
past
help
that.
you.
Ooh, I actually got an aid on that.
You did it. Yep. So take a +1 and a +1 for guidance. So 2, Con, on your
sweet.
nature.
Because if we know what these are, we might know exactly what they eat and what they can't eat or won't eat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Con. These are definitely swarms of piranha, like freshwater piranha, and they will eat just about anything that moves, whether it's their size or significantly larger, like this dragon turtle.
Yeah.
And where there's one, there's many.
Ooh. And is it weird that they're here?
It is weird that they're in this cave, but with that
I meant
nature...
like in this environment. Like,
in
like
this...
if we went out into the ocean, would there be some piranha?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
not like the Amazon rainforest, but their density would be low, but they do exist in this area.
Okay, cool. So it's not like someone brought in a giant fish
Right.
tank and dumped them in the cave.
Right, that doesn't seem unusual. With your nature check, you think that the tide came in, they swam in, tide went out, they got stuck.
What I love right now is that there's a sciencey part of my brain that's like, piranha are freshwater fish and they wouldn't be in the ocean. But then I'm like, this is a fantasy game and there's a dragon turtle there. Piranha here can go literally anywhere they want, Shane. So just chill.
Nerd.
Actually, so as we see that, I guess from that nature check, would Khan know if like there are certain things they would avoid eating? Like, obviously they have a whole dragon turtle here, so they're kind of probably satisfied. They're probably not starving piranha. So if that's the case, if we pass off as undead, we would probably be gross, and they might not want to eat us.
That seems likely.
Okay.
They might nibble you to at least get a try, but they might not swarm you as if you were a bloody steak.
Oh, question. Is my spider climb still up?
Sure, you cast it.
Yeah. I think Khan will just try to, like, walk on the ceiling of the cave.
There you go.
I just
Perfect.
look at you like, great. Okay. I'm going to. I have water walk. I don't. Well, I was going to the beach. I probably would have prepared.
You go to the
water
beach. You would have
walk,
prepared
just in
that.
case. I'll cast water walk on myself, and then I will try to stealth past.
Cool. Con, you don't need to, but yeah, definitely give me a stealth in the tower if you're going to try that.
Okay. And I hope that being on top of the water makes me less likely to be seen than if I were in the water.
Okay. Let me roll, or let me at least see what its DC is. Yeah, okay. You're fairly certain you don't see any ripples as you're walking. You're being very light-footed. And you can go whichever direction you want. The cave continues to the northeast or to the southeast.
I guess Khan doesn't have to, like... Khan was leading, so I'll just follow where Khan wants to go.
Yeah. Where'd you like to go, Con?
I guess let's try this passageway, so we don't
This
have
up?
to pass directly over the swarm.
Sure.
Alright. And as we do, Khan, do you want to talk about what you saw with Zvi?
Yeah.
So we're like in quiet voices, trying not to have it reverberate on the cave walls. Well, it's stupid, really. Khan, you're an only child, right?
Yeah. I don't have any siblings.
Did you ever wish that you did?
No, not that. No, not really. Really, all I needed was friends. And she hesitates for a second, thinking like, I wouldn't want anyone to divert my parents' attention away from me. It's probably evident on her face.
Yeah, I say, you had a great relationship with your mother and father.
Yeah, I care about them just as much as I care about you.
And he's quiet for a second, and he can see that there's all these different, like, swarms up ahead, and then there's, like, bigger shapes further on, and so he kind of stops for a moment before he realizes that, like, we're gonna have to actually sneak past these, so he wants to, like, chat for just a second before, you guys enter. He goes, I was just listening to Danny and Reese talk about their siblings, and I know Danny was complaining, and but I could tell that despite how tired she was, I've not heard her so happy in such a while. And I don't think it was just the relief from getting away from them, but I think knowing that she has family, that she's not alone. And similarly, Reese reuniting with his sister and their continued adventures together. Also sort of a reconciliation with his father, of sorts. They're probably still working on it, but like they're on talking terms. Like that's new, right? And I'm very happy for everyone, as I am for you being able to meet your parents, who are very cool, by the way. And I guess I just was feeling a bit envious of that, in that I don't know my parents, and if I have any siblings, and the closest thing that I had was Giza. She was like an older sister, and then I ended up learning that I killed her actual brother.
Back in the cult.
Right, in the cult, but still. And this is Cabreri's sort of edict, with clerics. I mean, with La Choupeau. La Choupeau has certain. I'm guessing she's with us right now. Or Pipette. I'm like, Pipette
Yes.
would tell you that there are edicts as gods that you must follow, and anathema that you cannot break in order to be in their favor, especially if you have their power. They're granting you that.
That is correct. I do not like when people work honestly for something they could steal instead, or if they risk too much for another creature.
That's fair. I have always followed Cabreri's edicts, but as you know, it is not always by. And I don't remember. I'm not allowed to say that I can't. Was there a part of the curse where I'm not allowed to actually say that I have to do a thing, or is that?
What do you mean?
Am I misremembering?
You can say that you can't reveal secrets, you just can't reveal the secrets.
Right, but I mean, am I allowed? Was I ever allowed to talk about the sort of condition that I have on me with Cabreri's
Oh yeah.
sort of curse? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't remember if I just couldn't remember if that was
I think so.
a thing that we wrote or not.
I think so.
Watch your head there. So I basically say I had to do it, right? And so, of course, Cabreri is not worried about me breaking an anathema because I'm incapable of doing so. And still, I mourn what I did. I regret it. I think he likes it. I think he finds it funny. So I'm not worried about saying this to you now. It doesn't. I'm not in danger of losing my powers about saying, "Well, I'm sad."
Mhm.
He's probably laughing. But I just felt that a longing, like I don't have that. What you have, what Reese has, what Danny has. You've always sort of known who you were. And even when you've learned more new developments about yourselves, you've always got your family there. And even if they drive you crazy, they support you all. And I guess I'm just sort of feeling a bit isolated and kind of wondering, is there someone out there that knew me? Would I want to get to know them? Right? If I was sold by... I don't know how I came into the ownership of this cult. And then for a second I stop as some fish swim below us, and I just kind of quiet and wait for them to pass. And I'm like,
A large one,
What?
actually. Which,
Ooh.
and as it does, you recognize it.
No, no.
as a- it's not attacking you. It doesn't see you. It's passing right under you. But you recognize it as a brine shark, Zavid. This is the same thing that attacked you when you first attacked Shadow Valley. You were walking up. There's a
Oh.
fountain that's right above the staircase that goes down to Khan's lab.
Yeah.
There was a baby brine shark in there that almost killed you.
No wonder why you didn't like
yeah.
dolphins.
Yeah, I just...
But a full-grown version of that swims beneath you and past. Your stealth was high enough. None of these have seen you so far. And they are kind of swimming around under you, past you, that kind of thing.
It helps too that we're undead, so we don't smell like meat
Right.
or anything fresh. But I just continue after a moment. I say, I don't know if they sold me. I don't know if I was kidnapped. I don't know if they died and I was abandoned. I just don't know. And should they be looking for me, I would be curious to know them, but if they were the kinds of people that sold me off, then I don't know if I want to know them. And I'm afraid for the first time of knowing something. I've always wanted to learn more to gain power, but this is something I'm hesitant to seek out. And
I may never try to seek this info out, but I still long for that. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And it does sound terribly painful to long for something like that, especially surrounded by people who have it in abundance.
Because of course I value you and everyone else as friends. And I suppose I could consider you all family, but you have actual family as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that, so I don't know. I don't mean to make this trip about me, I've just been thinking about it a little bit.
It seems like the thing, like a sort of thing that's difficult to push from your mind once you realized it's affecting you. And she'll reach down from the ceiling to put like a hand on his shoulder, and be like
Spider-Man.
I wonder if how short you are. If you have spider climb up, can you just touch with your tail from the ceiling and hang down like a possum and just like reach my shoulder that way?
Because it's funny, yes.
Yes.
Tail strength.
Hilarious. Prehensile.
I kind of, you like pat me on the shoulder and I do that and well, I don't want to ruin the trip. I'm excited about the gumbo or whatever we're making, so let's see, maybe we can find something to put in the pot in here.
Maybe, but I have a feeling that we might want to call for backup.
Yeah, it's crowded. But I could sober Danny up. I don't know if she'd like that, but I would need her sober for this.
I could try to whip something up.
If you'd like, I could cast a spell and just remove that. But if you want,
casting a spell seems more efficient. I wouldn't accidentally poison Hell.
No worries. I think she'd be fine. Somehow.
Contemplates a moment like, oh holy shit, I could actually assassinate the Queen of Druma.
Yeah, I think she would be fine, and then I'm like, but it is you.
It is Khan.
It's sort of like the immovable force and the unstoppable object, or immovable object. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
I say we go back.
Yeah, we go out. We come back to you guys. I'm gonna just place a hand on Danny's shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration and remove your drunken state, and pull you out for a second. Be like, I'm sorry to take away the stupor you have created for yourself, but we found something interesting in the cave, and we think you would be interested. Maithanar, why don't you go surfing? You've been itching with that board this whole time.
Yeah, all right. I think I can do that. Catch you later, dudes. And he's like already running before you finich your sentence.
I had a feeling. I was like, he just wants to get on the waves.
I thought it was called sulking, not selfing.
No, sulking is what you do when you're sad and alone.
Sulking is what
you do look at me
did.
when you say that.
Yeah. He looks over at him and just and shrugs.
But as before you did that, as she was just talking to Reese, and it was random words, but then she was talking about Demarius. So as you're walking in, she's talking about and then all he prayed all day to Sarah Ray, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm so sad because I can't see the sun," and then you did that, and she's like,
it would have been funny if she had continued, and I don't understand, just a little bit up, gossiping a bit,
The funniest part though, Ash, is that the one time Zavid managed to talk to you with a spell, you were talking about how sad Demarius was because he couldn't see the sun because there was always cloudy on the planet you were on. Literally, that was the one conversation you had.
And I had no clue.
You had no
That's
idea.
great.
That's great that we went to the same place. I'll be like, I would love to hear more stories about Demarius being whiny, which brings me great joy. There's a lot of weird piranha and brine sharks in that cave. A dead dragon turtle too, which I might take those. I might take that body for myself, make a big monster zombie thing. But we don't know what else is in there, and we might end up being attacked. So, and then I'm gonna give Mimic Undead to each of you. So now we all seem undead, and you can you feel a little, you just feel like greasy. I think is the best way to like describe the spell is, maybe Khan doesn't feel it as much because of all the alchemical agents and stuff, and you've also got a coat of fur that protects you, but you two feel a sheen of like grease almost over yourself that makes you feel just a little grimy. And I'm like, you will now not attract the animals so that they will not try to eat you. And water walk on you guys.
I'm also gonna use foil senses.
Oh, smart. Yes.
Lovely. Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. So that's even more helpful. And Zavid, when you get
calculate
back...
how many spells I just cast.
Okay,
yeah, no
mine
problem.
are just feats, so.
But then,
I think Reese has it as well. Reese, as you get to the mouth of this cave, they tell you about the dragon turtle, and you see it, and it's very big. Again, it's not nearly the size of Monhatnus the Ancient that you had in Assyrian, but it's big. And you see that this large spear is sticking out of its side, and you get a ping of magic with your detect magic.
Whoa. That's a spear. Is there a magic helmet also? Or...
yeah. Spear and magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
I have a quick question. I don't have armor on, guys.
We
my
all don't
boobs
have
are
armor
out.
on.
My ass is hanging out. And what am I supposed to fight?
Clap with that cheek. Thunderous wave.
God, good lord.
If you're worried about it, Ash, mechanically, bards don't even wear armor, so mechanically it actually doesn't matter for you.
I just realized that I actually can't cast Mimic Undead on another person, but thankfully Khan was climbing the walls. So with foil senses, you've actually covered the rest of us now.
I got you.
Walking on water, yeah.
That worked. I am perfectly okay with that.
Between that and with like swift sneak, we'll be able to
for sure.
sneak and be non-smellable.
I'll tell Danny, like, listen, I'm not wearing my normal fit either. Don't worry about it. We're just gonna sneak in, figure it out, and if shit hits the fan, you can just teleport us out or something if you want.
Shit always hits the fan, Zavid. When have we ever went somewhere and checked something out and it was nothing? It was always something. Tell me one time.
It usually works out for us. We've been very lucky. If you tried
come back with something.
If you tried to do the shit we do on the surface in like the Darklands, we would have died several times over.
I don't disagree.
We've been very lucky.
But what about we normally do something and then we end up coming back with another animal, which is great. I love it. Or we make a new friend, which is always wonderful. But like, okay, fine, I'm up for it. Let's do this.
We could make a friend, right? Who knows? And if not, I will make a friend with that corpse.
Right, or we come back with a dead thing.
I mean, we do have Cecilius if we need any help.
It's true.
I'm gonna summon Wisp and have him climb the wall alongside Khan.
Okay, sure.
Just keeping pace. Just
I
because
think
I'd
Khan will recast Spider Climb. It's probably been 10 minutes since she
Yeah,
ran
it
on the
definitely
rock,
has.
so she'll recast.
Yeah, so I'll do the same with Mimic Undead. I'm out of second level slots, and then I use at fourth level Water Walk on the three of us that are not climbing the wall.
Great. But yeah, just a reminder, Reese, that spear is definitely magical, but it has been healed into the turtle.
I didn't even check if that was magical. That's smart of you to do that.
Reese is gonna try to pull it out.
Just give me an athletics check publicly. It's not
Also, you're on the water, so the water's like a solid surface, so you're not like sinking the sand or anything.
Yep,
that's perfect.
That's true.
Okay, so you said what? Athletics?
Athletics, publicly. Oh yeah, that's enough. That was exactly the DC. It's 35 for your heat. So you steady yourself. You get down to a low squat. You rub your hands and you yank out, and it tears at the skin, and you pull it out, and 5 of the large scales of the dragon turtle also flop onto the ground in front of you. All right. So
actually, real quick, would I be able to save one of Zavid's walk on water spells, and can I just wild shape into a fish?
You absolutely can. Well, his was a mass cast, but yeah, you can absolutely become a fish. Let's see, Reese. So yes, there are dragon turtle scales greater that I've dropped into your inventory.
Excellent.
These are. Anyone give me nature in the tower to know what these do?
I'll do an aid to whoever's
Sure.
nearby. Whoever wants this aid can have it. If I make it, I didn't. Never mind.
All right, so Danny, you recognize these as greater dragon turtle scales, and you know that these are consumables. They're like potions. You attach them to your armor, and for 2 actions, if you're trained in athletics, when you activate it for 1 minute, you gain a swim speed equal to your land speed.
Oh wow.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
So there's enough for 1 for each of you.
So Reese
Wait.
picks them out. Like, so what do you want to do with these? Danny, do you know what the hell these are? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I seen those in a book that I was reading one time, and they're magical and they make you swim better.
Okay, well, everyone, here, I'll take them on my inventory. Here, everyone has one. And
Okay.
he
And
puts the
very
extra back in it. Because you said there's 5?
There's 5 total, yeah.
Yeah, he puts the extra one back into his swim short pocket. Or
Cool.
his
I will
speedo
give you-
pocket on the back.
I take it and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I put it on my floaty.
Perfect.
I
There you
have
go.
a quick question. Am I
Sure.
able to, when I become a fish, am I able to talk to other fish?
Yes.
Would I be
Yeah,
able
I imagine so.
Oh my
right?
god.
Yeah.
Reese and Danny can both talk to fish, and Reese would be really bad at it. I can't wait.
That's true, you can. You have to make... Oh my god.
I like how Khan and I initially were gonna just explore this alone, and then Khan's like, we should get the others. And like, I'm thinking we should just for the play of it, but also if we didn't, we wouldn't have people who could talk to fish, which feels like really important here.
Danny can because number 1... Oh, Ash, you don't even need to be transformed to talk to animals because you're a beast
Yeah.
speed. That ritual you guys cast where you made the demon.
Also-
you can just talk to animals.
Also, if you turn into a fish with my water rock spell on, you can't go in the water. You flop on top of the water, which would be bad for you. You would dive in and then you'd bounce off of it and be like,
But then
Image.
Reese, the spear you pull out of the dragon turtle is actually give me society checks in the tower. Anybody who wants to see what that is,
I think I'll be
I
fine.
just-
probably. But we'll
Shane,
see.
I just imagine Magikarp, just like
Oh
Yeah.
my god, right.
Both Reese and Khan at the same time recognize that that is a gill hook, which is a very, very ancient type of weapon that was used by the Aslanti, the ancient Aslanti, the sea
My
elves.
people!
Your people. Yes, your people, Reese. And this is a +2 greater striking, keen, bloodthirsty gill hook.
Oh,
It's
he's
essentially a
keeping that.
two-handed spear. Keen allows you to crit on a 19 or a 20. And bloodthirsty is whenever you critically hit a target that is currently taking persistent bleed, they become drained 1. Con makes things bleed all the time. And then there is a trigger where if you reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you can activate this reaction and you gain a number of temp hit points equal to twice the creature's level for 1 minute.
Holy shit, yes. Okay, awesome. Reese has a new spear.
Yes, he does. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
called
god, my sister's gonna love this too. Oh my god.
Gill hook. I've put that on your character sheet, and it should be on your actions tab now.
Awesome.
wow.
Yeah, it is Gill hook +2.
Reese got some
3d10
points.
+5 piercing magic.
Looking at it, I think Reese probably understands too that like this failed to kill the dragon turtle, probably not because of the spear, but because of the wielder, and that with you would have killed it.
The other thing you realize is that with how old this weapon is, this turtle is ancient. This thing was attacked a long time ago, and it was swimming around with this thing sticking out of its side for a very long time.
That makes so much more sense because I was like, if there's a spear,
that
wouldn't the
Lent?
wood have broken off by now? But if it was magical, like ancient magic, it would just be sticking out
That's
the whole
right.
time.
And I've actually just removed it from the picture because you
Hell
pulled it
yeah!
out.
Heck yeah.
Fun fact, this turtle is not part of this map. Look.
Oh my god, that actually fooled me. I thought that was
Yeah.
It fits in very well.
I edited
Yeah.
it.
Looks good.
Heck yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what you get. You get a spear out of that, and then 5 of the scales that help with swimming.
Excellent.
I'm
Shall
a
we
piranha.
continue?
Yes, and yeah, Ash, you are a piranha swimming around in the water.
Pink
And
piranha.
is it big piranha? Pink piranha, yes. I need a stealth check from Reese in the
Yeah, no
tower.
problem.
Ash does not, or Danny does not need a stealth check because you're a piranha, pink piranha. Okay, so you're pretty much going on your own. And which direction do you kind of go? The south or the northern route?
Probably the northern.
Okay. Let me open up. Oop. I have to hold Alt. Open up that hallway a little bit more. There we go. And as you're walking, you do see that there are more, another brine shark and another group of piranha at kind of a bend in the tunnel.
Can I talk to any of the piranha? And
Absolutely. What do you say to any of them?
Hey, where are we going? What's the plan? What's
Hey.
going on over here?
Hey.
As you hear, all of them are trying to say hi to you at the same time.
But they say, a lot of food around the bend. It's really great. Fruit all the time.
What kind?
Just
of
gotta wait a little while. And they're all just really happy. Just swimming around. Just little happy guys.
I'm readying a spell of like lightning. Like, less for the piranha, more for the brine shark.
And then can I get closer to like the brine shark?
They're kind of swimming around much more menacingly than the piranhas. And it looks at you and then swims past. Like it sees the color and you can see that it recognizes that you're weird, but then it kind of swims past.
Hey you! Where are we going?
Waiting.
Waiting for what?
Breakfast.
Ooh, what do we eat?
And it just swims past you without paying you much mind.
Baby,
I find
baby.
ano-
She's
find
scared of the
another
brine
brine-
shark too.
I find another brine shark.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going?
And again, they're kind of, they don't seem to care much for you because you're just like one of the other piranhas. They don't pay you much mind other than just saying that they're waiting for breakfast.
You're a pick-me piranha. I'm not like the other piranhas.
Oh my god.
I'm
More like
different.
pink me.
Pink me piranha. Oh my god.
Reese is just gonna, like, after he could, like, make out what's happening and that this is going nowhere, he's just gonna continue on to basically
Great.
over.
Out of
Okay.
sheer curiosity, can I like jump out of the water and like say they're looking for food?
Yes. Just because that's amusing as hell, yes.
They're looking for food.
And they are just
They're waiting.
swimming past. And, yeah, there's one more brine shark. But you come around a corner, and you can see here that the water level kind of evens out a little bit more, and it's kind of a darker color. It's deeper of purple. But as it comes to nearing the edge of this hallway, you can see it kind of splits off into two, in a left or in a right fork, one north, one south, and it raises up in elevation a little bit. And as you get to the right about there, Reese, you can finally see there's a room, a little alcove at the end of this area that's littered with hundreds of sea turtle shells and about a dozen baby sea turtles wandering around.
Oh my god. This would be great for that soup.
I see.
Turtle soup!
I see.
There's a single hole in the center, like a single crater.
Are these turtles sea turtles or baby dragon turtles?
They are baby dragon turtles.
That's a little bit
Oh.
cooler than a sea turtle. Can I make a society check or
Yes.
a nature check to know if they are endangered?
Yes, Nature or society, either one is fine.
I do
All right.
society just to know.
Yes. Sure, okay. Reese, you do know that these are very, very valuable on the black market. They're very endangered. Black market. They're like pangolins, you know. A lot of movement on the black market. Danny, you know that dragon turtles normally don't lay more than 20 or 30 eggs at a time. There are probably 200 eggshells right here, and there's only one hole. It seems like there are way, way too many potentially hatched dragon turtles here for there only having been one dragon turtle mother.
Guys, this is
I
really-
look
this
to
is
Reese
wild.
and Danny, and I'm like, I don't suppose they would know who their mom is, right? Being in eggs before this.
Let me see if I could figure it out. And Reese kind of like swims over and goes over to the turtle. Hey! Hey! Where's your mom at?
Cowabunga! Don't know where.
Right there! Perfect. Perfect timing, Bronwyn. But they basically they're saying in their weird little turtle ink common pigeon language that you're making up as you're speaking to them that they don't know where.
How long you
And-
been here, dude?
Today.
Oh. Okay. What's in that hole? Is that where your
Uh,
mom is? Or is that a
mhm.
friend?
You would know that would be where the mother laid the eggs, is right in that little divot there.
Oh, so that's like their sleep area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the other thing I'll point out with Danny's nature check is that they seem to be all wandering around in random directions.
Where you guys going?
Trying to find ocean.
Okay,
Oh man, guys.
Ha-
He turns
I
around.
heard
He's like,
that whole thing.
Yeah, Danny
I-
would have heard all of that.
I get the context clues. I'm pretty sure they're trying to get out to sea, yeah?
No. You wouldn't know because Reese is parsing it together because Reese can do about any language. Danny's fine. And I think that Danny and Reese just both go, we have to save the sea turtles!
Yes, that's exactly where I was at. Okay, I
Fine,
have a
I'll
plan.
stop using disposable plastics.
It's the straws that's killing them. Okay.
Zavid, I want you to roll me a religion in the tower, please.
Okay.
As you're doing that, Danny's coming up with his entire concoction of, okay, we get all the sea turtles together and I teleport them because I refuse to let a baby sea turtle be eaten by these vicious bitches.
Look at yourself in the mirror
Vicious
right
bitches.
now, Danny. What are you? Oh wait,
I like to
there's-
imagine you're leaning out of the water as a piranha as you say this.
I feel like another prawn is like, hey, fuck off, bitch!
I knew you were weird.
But Zavid, with that nat 20, it strikes you like lightning. These animals have a preternatural instinct to know direction. They know north. They know how to find the ocean, no matter where they are. This is their birthing ground. They know how to get to the ocean from here. But they can't navigate properly. It's happening. Versus the line is coming into alignment. These turtles can't navigate.
Oh boy. I'm racking my brain right now to think of who, because we can't just let them out in the ocean if they can't navigate. So like, who could take care of them through the conjunction until Verces is out of alignment? Like, do we? I'll say, do we know anyone who?
We know a sea
could-
dragon.
Right, but these. Well, I guess. Can we summon him?
Yeah, you were actually
Yeah, I
able to
thought
do
we could
that.
like because
thought
we were
so
like he's like you
too.
could summon us to summon me to Assyrian if you need
Yeah.
me. And I'm like, okay, but we never did. This might be a good opportunity.
Yeah.
True.
I would like to summon our friend. I forgot his name. You're gonna have to
Cecil.
forgive me. Cecil. I'd like to summon him right here, if possible.
All right, just give me 15 seconds and describe what that looks like, please.
What was the nature of the summoning?
He's an undead, so
Yes.
you animated him.
I start drawing sigils in the air. Takes about all three of my actions of just like doing this cool like command, especially in the chamber. This like watery, echoey chamber like reverberates down, and cast my hand out, and in a sort of a bright green kind of outline of light, this form shimmers into existence, and then the light dissipates, and we see this skeletal sea serpent. That's right. That's right, baby. Yeah.
Hello. You rang, Zavid. It is good to see you.
It is good to see you as well. We have already went through Assyrian. Thankfully, we were not in such dire need that we needed to call you. However, something has occurred just recently, and this is maybe not what you are expecting a call from us for, but you see, these are baby dragon turtles. What was your relationship with dragon turtles while you lived?
They are rare creatures, but noble. I've seen many in my day. More shells than I would have expected. Breath to the cradle, perhaps.
I believe so. And now versus the line. They cannot navigate.
Ah, I see.
I would like them to be looked after through the conjunction, and I know that you are back to gathering for your horde. Being that these are very rare creatures, especially today in this day and age, perhaps you might consider these pets, or adopted children, if you'd like to say, as part of your horde. You can take care of them until they are ready to navigate on their own. If you need help, the mother's body is like down the hall, ancient, probably from your era, if I had to guess.
If you
I
animate
could
the
raise
mother,
them
can
too,
they
and you
be
might have a
co-parents?
friend to talk to.
I think I would like that. It's a little lonely looking at all of my art alone.
For now, there are just some brine sharks and some piranhas that are populating this place. We're going to... Thankfully, they are not endangered, so we're going to have to clear them out if we want to get these turtles out of here. Unless you want to use a teleport, Danny.
Teleport them. I don't mind.
Okay.
Then we'll gather them up, and I'll have... Where are we teleporting them? Because we could just teleport them straight to his lair.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I can dismiss him to that lair or if he has to swim back. Like, I don't know how that works for him.
So you can dismiss him back. That's if you can portal him here, you can portal him back.
Okay, all right.
He's a dragon. He can probably portal himself.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I think your teleport can do, what, 7 at a time or 8 at a time?
I'll say for this, they're tiny little turtles. She can have all 13
because they're so
of them.
small.
They're so
Yeah,
small.
okay.
She can do all 13.
Stack them up on top like a big sandwich.
Like Yertle.
Triple decker, yeah.
Come on, little guy.
Oh my god, we're gonna have an army of dragon turtles.
Do I speak Draconic? Does anyone?
Someone does.
I speak Draconic.
I can speak
think.
Draconic easily.
Reese, you speak literally every language.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, Draconic.
I don't speak Draconic. Dang, that's the one of the few I'm missing.
Yeah, Con, you do. And yeah, Reese, that would be how you would have been able to make your pigeon languages. It's half common, half Draconic.
Yes.
It's very Spanglish. Like, yo soy un burrito.
Yeah.
Like, really, really bad.
Like when I was talking with Reese when he was talking to the turtles, I did like the Surfer Bro one because Finding Nemo, but 2, I feel like that also tracks for like it's super simple.
But yes, Danny, you are able to weave this spell that you've learned recently of teleportation, and very easily you are able to wow, teleport all of them using Cecil's knowledge of the location of his horde, all 13 of the dragon turtle hatchlings, and Cecil back to safety.
How
Can I
many
also
Dragon
put-
Balls are
can I
there?
7.
Okay, never mind. Thought you were being
Can
cheeky.
I also?
Hmm?
Can I also put all like the eggs that hasn't been hatched?
Sure. Roll a d4.
Is
In the
there
chat.
anything I can help
You want
to
to
aid?
keep one?
Of course it does.
I don't know if that's right because they got siblings, right?
They wouldn't know. It's not hatched yet.
It's true.
Can I aid Danny in any form?
Yes.
It's just for a d. This is just to see how many
Oh,
there
okay.
are that are unhatched.
How
okay.
how do I roll a d4?
There it is. So there are 3 unhatched eggs.
I
Turtle
take one,
soup.
and I give them 2, and I keep 1.
Okay, I will give you the dragon turtle egg into Danny's inventory. And who wants the other 2?
I think those need to go with Cecil.
Cecil?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, we can retcon
I'm going
that
to make
they-
sure. I look to Danny. I'm like, I'm going to make sure that this turtle has visitation with their family, so that they're not estranged, and then they like go out into the wide world afterwards and are like, I have a family. They need to know about them, Danny. I just want to say, when it's an orphan cub or something, it's fine, but they do have a family.
She looks at Zavid because this is like the first time. She's like, "Okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out. I could set them free." Or
I'm just saying, I don't think it's like terrible to like raise it, but I do think that the sea serpent would be a good, at least through the conjunction. I don't know. You can do what you want. Look, I'm not your boss. You know, you're a queen. But I just mean to say that, like, why do I care? I was thinking of eating them. Whatever. You do what you want.
are you
I like-
It's okay, Zavid. I was thinking of
He's having
eating
like a
them
conflict
too.
of just like he can't decide whether he thinks of them as food or as allies, and I think he's leaning allies because the sea serpent was leaning allies, but he's also like, but they do look good.
she's just gonna give Zavid a hug just because she feels compelled to.
Is there
Uh,
anything in this cavern, though, that Reese could look and see to put into some soup?
Definitely piranha fish.
So
Okay,
many piranha
excellent.
fish.
I'm
Got some
gonna
piranhas.
sneak past everything if I could, and I would like
Mhm.
to go over here to start a ritual to raise the turtle.
That is awesome.
I want to do the same thing I did with the sea serpent, which might take some time. I think it's like 8 hours or
Sure.
something like that.
But yours is faster because of your ritualist thing.
That's right. It is faster. Oh my god. How much faster though? Because okay,
Probably
I
an
think
hour,
it's actually,
from 8 down to an hour, I think is how it works.
hell, I don't get to miss the beach day. Yay! Okay. I need a secondary caster.
True. It's
Actually, 2 secondaries, I think.
medicine, I think, is one of them, and society, I think, is the other.
Oh, society, then hell, I'll help.
Yeah, and I'll be doing religion as my primary.
So, public or...
Public, please.
Public, yeah. It's sort of
Society,
like, looks
and
like an
then
aid.
medicine. That's a critical, so that's a 2.
Medicine?
My medicine's only a 20.
And there's a +4, and then guidance is 5.
Okay. I get a +2 for my ritualist dedication, so it's a 7.
Nice, jeez.
Hell yes. I think. Wait, all right, hold on. I want to do this right. Let me just double check that there isn't another cool
Can
thing
there-
that I have.
Can there be double guidance out of curiosity?
No.
No.
Sundays.
That one, no.
Oh,
Oh
inspired.
my god, I get
courage?
another 2.
That
So
one's for
Macabre
fighting.
Virtuoso,
Oh.
not only do you perform all create undead rituals in 4 hours instead of 1 day, so it's actually 4 hours for me. But I also get an additional +2 circumstance bonus. So I get a +9 total.
Holy
Good
hell.
lord.
But I do have to spend
yeah.
4 hours on this. So
Okay, the rest
we
of
got
them
here
don't.
early. We got the
Yeah,
we got the
you
whole
early
day.
in the morning.
Bless you. Okay, I'm going to roll that check. Let's do it. Religion. Do you want to do it publicly?
Publicly, yeah. We're looking for a 37, or no, 40. There it
All
is,
right,
48. That is more than enough, 48. But while you're doing that, let's get everyone else finding fish for the gumbo, the Stardew
Yes,
gumbo.
yes.
But just know you succeeded.
Sweet.
So Zavid cannot help in gaining food for the pot.
That's okay. I think we'll
He's
be
busy.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Because Reese has
What
a
am I-
magic spear.
So what do I
No
do?
magic helmet.
No magic helmet.
Basically, you're just trying to get some fish to add to the food, or maybe there's some spices growing in this pier. Maybe there's, I don't know.
Can I
Okay,
trick the
so
fish?
question. Can I use
Mhm.
telekinetic projectile on the fish? And use the
Sure,
spear.
that's funny. Wait, what do you mean?
Use the spear for telekinetic projectile.
Oh,
And go,
no, you
phew.
have to attack with it.
Damn. Okay. Or I could have the fish attack each other with telekinetic projectile because they won't
See,
see it
that's funnier.
coming. Let's do that.
And what, Ash?
Also, can I speak to the fish and
Yes.
like send them to their own demise?
Yes, you can taunt the fish as they die.
No, like I'm like, hey, you know what you should do? You should go over there in that area. I heard there's
Huh?
a giant. Yeah, go that way. I heard there's
That way?
lots of food. Yeah, that way.
Oh,
The
yeah,
big
there's a
rat
lot.
on the
actually,
ceiling.
give me
I
a,
feel like it's gonna fall off and
give me
fall
a
down.
deception, Danny, publicly.
Okay.
It's not a high DC. They're piranhas.
I was gonna say it can't be that high. Deception. Let me find it. There it is.
That's high enough. They're piranhas. They're not. Oh yeah, there's a lot of food. Yeah, that's where the food came from. Oh yeah, let's go get it. So they're
There's a
running
rat
off.
in there.
They're
Large
running
rat.
off or swimming off in that direction, away from your general direction.
What are you doing? Oh, wait, hold on. What about that shark? What if we add shark to the menu?
Do we have a net?
That's- We have a what?
Do we have a net?
No,
like
but
Captain
if
Con
we,
would have.
I'm strong enough that if we kill it, I can bring it up with us.
We can get more into a net and take them all back.
I think that's being a little greedy.
They're mindless eating machines that don't care for anything but themselves.
That's true. I don't know. I
I
think
call
we should
that out
just-
too. They're mindless. Just eat them. It's fine.
Okay. And Reese is just like, I'm sure we can find one eventually, or we'll figure it out.
Do I have enough rope where I can make like a quick net? Like I could just like prestidigitate or something like a weave.
Sure.
Con can also help with the crafting check.
That's
Ooh, that
true.
is
Yeah.
true.
Con, throw a crafting in the publicly in the chat.
Got it.
In the publicly. That's how
We just
English works.
We've just created commercialized fishing.
So yeah, you're able to quickly throw together a net with some ropes that you've got there, Con, with your dexterous fingers. So is this plan to net the piranhas and to spearfish the shark? Is that what I'm
Yes.
getting? Great. All right, so I'm gonna just make the piranhas make a reflex save. So that's number 4. Ooh, I rolled a natural 6. That was really bad. So yeah, you're able to catch quite a few in this makeshift net, and they're all swimming around inside. It's like, is this part of the food? Where is that? Is this it? And they start kind of chewing on the ropes, but not really making much damage to it. Doesn't taste that good.
Start
And
pulling
then-
them to like shore.
Sure, pull them to shore, and where is this? Where we're going? Oh yeah, the food's over here. As they get
I
pulled
just-
out of the water.
There's like one piranha that stayed behind. They're like, my cousin got caught by one of these. I'm not gonna fall into the trap.
It's like alien abduction, guys. One of them falls out of the net. They came with nets. I gotta wear a foil hat or I'll get caught again. But Reese, on your character sheet in the actions tab, there's the gill hook +2. Drag that +29 onto this brine shark here.
Okay,
Oh,
hold
no.
on. I have a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm. It's the second to the last one, above unarmed. Gill hook +2.
Oh God, hero point. Hey.
I gave you 4 of them, so yeah.
and yeah. That was a net one for the audience.
Yep, that one. Don't like those. That's better. So you manage to strike down with this thing into this shark, and then roll your damage.
With damage. Holy shit.
Holy shit!
Oh my
You just
God.
rolled almost max damage. 37.
Almost.
If it's your hunted your target, roll an extra d8.
Yeah, I'll pretend like I did that.
Yeah. And that's on Brine Shark 1. Nice. So
40 damage.
Even 40. So you strike down and spear into this thing. And you, Danny, you hear it. Why? As it kind of starts thrashing around in the water. But if you're like using your wog, you can attack again.
You know what? Let's activate the wog.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep, we're gonna activate that, and we're gonna just
Sweet.
attack it again with another.
Oh, that was a miss.
It's okay, hold on.
You have so many hero points right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
critical.
Oh, it's keen. That's a crit. So
Yes.
hold shift as you drop damage on it, because you're gonna have to remember that when you crit on a 19, but it doesn't auto crit. Hold shift. There you go, and then roll two more. Oh God, 2 more d8s. Oh my God.
Oh.
So another 14. So that's 100.
65 damage?
Wow. Yeah, that was really, really good. So you've taken this thing down to like, it has 20 hit points.
Oh my God.
There's blood seeping into the water right here. And I'm going to say that Danny and Khan are able to go before these piranha smell blood in the water. So Khan or Danny, whoever wants to go first can.
What am I doing?
Whatever you want. You have 3 actions.
Oh, I'm hoisting the fish back to shore.
Oh, that's right. You're hoisting the piranhas. Khan, you're basically up then. You have this turn
Khan-
before the other piranhas
Yeah,
recognize
Khan
what's
produces a dagger from her bikini top.
Yes.
And is gonna go fight the shark.
happening. Let me
So
flat its feet for you. Even though
can
it
she
doesn't
just
have
drop down from the ceiling?
them. That's right. Yes, you can totally just drop down, and it is off guard.
Alright. Is it control click, shift click?
Roll it to hit first.
Yeah. I'm just saying to target.
Oh, control.
Okay, very good. And then I'm gonna use the stats for the silver rapier.
Sure, that's fine. That'll hit. Okay. With a 41. That's probably going to do it. Yep,
Yeah.
31. You skewer this thing, falling directly from the ceiling into its back, cutting it, and it is no more. It stops flopping around on the end of the spear.
So Reese is just like, that took no time in a scary amount. Let's go before it's too late.
And Khan is splashing in the water because she doesn't have water walk, so she's
Yeah.
gonna like last movement swim to the wall and just climb up it.
Yep,
Great.
and Reese will take the brine shark and put it on his spear and just like swim off with it.
Great. And you're able to do that, and as you do, you can start seeing piranhas are swarming this area with all of the blood that's pooled here. The moment you get out of the water, they come swarming into here. But as I said earlier, it kind of rises up slowly, and you're in sort of a like half an inch of water where Zavita's standing, so they can't get to you there.
Can I telekinetic projectile them into the soup pot?
Yes.
Thank you.
So you manage to, with the help of all 3 of you, get all of these fish, the piranhas, into the pot to make a good fish stock. And this shark, once cut up, will make a very good addition to the stew. Yes, the good meats. Zavid, we're just going to go back to you and say that as they're finishing up their it took a while to make that net and to
Mhm.
hatch this plan and to catch all the fish, pull them out, cut them, clean them, get them into the soup, cut the shark, clean the shark, get the meat in, all this time. And so after a while, you are able to eventually, you can see the creature twitching. And you notice that the head, as it lifts up, the skull separates itself from the flesh, and the flesh begins to slough off as a skeletal sea dragon is left. I'm sorry, a skeletal dragon turtle is left in front of you. I have an image, a larger one here I can show. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Right here. A huge skeletal dragon turtle sits before you and sits up and looks to you and says, "Where am I?" Oh, you're pulling your baby, I see.
I might have to not roleplay too much of this.
Sure.
Just for the fact that she's very grumpy right now. But basically, I'll tell the dragon turtle using macabre virtuos necromancer's guise or whatever it is, like
Visage, yeah.
So like, not just because they're beholding me for like bringing them up, but also just because I'm trying to work some charm here. I'm like, your babies. What do you remember of them?
I laid my clutch in the sands. Couldn't remember where I was born. Laid there so many times. Don't know why I couldn't find it.
Your clutch are safe, but they have been moved because Varsi's the line. One of the planets that messes with direction when it is in conjunction is in conjunction. There are some very big things happening. I'm gonna tell him or her. Is it him or her?
Her.
I'm gonna tell her that basically Cecil, another undead sea dragon, has taken care of them at their place. We can teleport the turtle there when they're ready to go.
I would like that. Never got to see them born. And yeah, with since you're dealing with your baby, we can stop the RP with that for the moment. But you're able to, once again, Ash, you have enough spell slots or Danny has enough spell slots that you're able to teleport this massive dragon turtle to the lair of Cecil. You were given essentially the GPS coordinates by Cecil when he was here earlier. And with that, the dragon turtle, who would have introduced herself as Rosa, is gone.
Oh my god, Cecil has a girlfriend now.
Cecil and Rosa. Which, if none of you have ever played Final Fantasy IV, it's super duper sweet. It's like making Cloud and Tifa. Yeah.
So, Danny, I know we're going to be coming close to the end.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah.
So, after all that, Danny's like, okay, well, I'm no longer drunk, but I'm very sad about that. But I'm glad we got to save some sea turtles, and I'm really happy to have been back to get to see you all again. It's been really nice. Being stuck on a planet where you have no one to talk to is really, beside family, is really hard. And I've missed my family, and she kind of like looks at you guys.
Oh.
So it's been really nice being back with you all.
And we certainly are glad to have you back.
Same. Like, having my bestie not be here is kind of like sad, but like, I'm glad that we got to have this adventures. And I love Khan and Zavid. Don't worry, but you're like my oldest friends. So.
Keep an eye on these guys. Sometimes I'm not always around, but you've done a really good job at watching these guys. And I'm really, really proud of you.
I do my
Couldn't
best.
imagine Can't wait to have you as my brother-in-law.
I'm excited.
Speaking of brother-in-law, I
was just gonna say, speaking
get
of that,
out.
as you say that, you look out into the water, and if you zoom out, you can see it. I've put it there. You see Mythanar. Whoop, that is not what I meant to grab. You see Mythanar on the back of his surfboard, and he zooms by, and he sees you, and he waves, and then falls off as he waved too hard and falls into the water.
What a
Sploosh.
golden retriever. I love him.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Sploosh
love
falls into the
him.
water.
Such a dweeb. Okay, well, I'm gonna go spend some time with Bruce before I get wished away by Grandma, and if I have to go anywhere with Adadrill ever again, I might lose my mind.
Fair.
But you were able to all bring your vegetables, or your meats, your fish, and your shark into the cauldron. The sun has been setting. This has been a very long day. You're all kind of tired. You've had enough of the sun. But the smells coming from this cauldron are very enticing. It seems that the community effort to come together and bring this has really worked this time. Sometimes this community pot ain't so good, but this time you've really managed to make a good fish stock with a shark stew. And so everyone is given a free bowl, as this is very much a holiday type situation, and you're able to get another drink at Patricio before him and Barry go back into the ocean once again, and you are able to enjoy your delicious bowl of stew. Yes, Ash.
Oh, I was just gonna say if I can have like a closing moment with Bruce.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yes, so sure. Back at the at the beach, everyone is sort of going their merry way. Let me get back to the castle then. Just one second. Because I know where he's at. Oh, Fantasy Girls is going very slow. Sorry.
Like I just imagine them like in their bed chambers, like at the end of the night, like
Mhm.
just kind of going over everything, explaining about the sea turtles, explaining where the new animals are going to be at, and that
Does Danny still sleep in her bedroom, in the tower, or did she take the queen's room, the king's room?
I would imagine she wouldn't take the king and queen's room because that feels uncomfortable, so she probably still has her tower.
Okay.
But I imagine like Bruce probably like done some stuff up to it.
I have not, but Bruce has changed some things up a bit, yes.
And she hates it, by the way. She looks at it, it's like, compromise. We're doing compromise. That's right, that's how compromise, how relationships work. Compromise. But she, like, if there's like some weird like thing on the like decor that she hates, she'll like secretly take it down.
It's quite a bit. He's added a lot of dwarfish things because he is a half dwarf. So it's a lot kind of darker. There's a lot more metal in here than there used to be, but he hasn't really removed any of your books. So there are still thousands of books upon your shelves within this area.
Yeah, he wouldn't have enough time to
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of just like towel drying her hair, and she gets in bed in her like silky pajamas, which are pink and striped. I know we had the whole wedding on for all the reasons that we did, but I really feel sad that I didn't get to have Zavid and Khan and of course Ray there.
Well, yeah. I mean, are you thinking what maybe we should have a bigger ceremony?
Yeah.
You thinking something
Yeah.
more public or just for your friends?
Just something with friends.
Yeah, that might be nice. I think we can work that out. I mean, we got a pretty much never-ending treasury.
Yeah, like I was gonna talk about that. I think we should try to donate some more, do more charity work once the planet is saved. If the planet's saved, hopefully the planet's saved.
Well, that's kind of the goal, eh? I mean, I know that your friend Demirius is putting off his wedding to the end of the saving the world.
You see, if he gives her a perception check, she kind of twitches when she says Demirius.
Bruce doesn't notice. I'm not giving him a roll. He's
That's right.
oblivious.
She's like, Demirius. Yeah. I think that's something we'll plan in the near future.
It sounds nice. I think they'd really like that. They seemed pretty taken aback when I mentioned that we'd eloped. I was clearly the messenger.
Well, we did it for all the right reasons. You have to be in charge of Truma while this is all going on.
Yeah,
I'm
someone
not
has
here.
to sit on that throne.
Oh, I hate that throne.
Yeah, we could probably spruce it up a little.
You're
Add
right,
some
it needs-
spikes, had to put a little metal here, and he starts kind of thinking out loud about what he could do to that throne, and he's clearly stopped paying attention to what you're saying.
She just grabs a book and she just reads while like they're like kind of like cuddled up together and he's just talking and it's just white noise at this point. So she's just reading while he's just talking. It's like,
And I think that is where we're going to stop for today. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Ash, so much for taking your time out of not only your day, but from the time zone in England to be with us. So we know it's super late. Thank you for joining us. Unsure if, when you'll be here in the future, but we'll do our best to see if you want to, you can. We'll figure that out as we go. But
sounds like a plan.
once again, thank you so much. Everyone else, the other three of you, I have nothing going on next week, so I'm good if you all are, unless you know of any things.
Could be.
Yeah, keep us informed. So thank you everybody. We hope you'll join us next time. We usually send out a tweet for the days we play. And thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.